to the north, a place of mist-covered forests, frozen lakes, and long-forgotten secrets. The world is changing. Railways spread, science replaces superstition, cities grow, and with them, the illusion of safety. But beyond the borders of light, in the deep woods on windswept shores, something older stirs. This is the world of Vaesen, a Nordic horror role-playing game set in 19th century Northern Europe. The players you see around me are members of the Society, a secret order cursed and blessed with the ability to see the truth. That Vaesen, creatures from myth and nightmare, are real, and they are not happy to be forgotten. But sometimes the greatest horror is what we bring with us. Welcome to Vaesen. So, in last week's episode, the Society arrived in the frozen port town of Sorland, only to find it all but abandoned. They come across the restless spirit and the remnants of a doomed rescue team, and a ghostly mother and child warned of a ritual and presence that the villagers simply referred to as her. While the surviving soldiers spoke of the Lady of the Cold, a spectral figure who sings each night, luring the living to a frozen death. Captain Harrock, who accompanied them to the island, lost his crew to her call, and he, along with Anna, avoided the same fate thanks to a supernatural warning. The players then explored the temple that she haunts, discovering the remains of failed offerings and chilling inscriptions that spoke of celebrating the cold itself. They decided they had no means to reason with the lady, and so they returned to the inn with one plan left only, to destroy her. Henrik, our priest, assumed that Anna was grabbing some alcohol in order to make Molotov cocktails, and the idea is, when darkness falls, they will strike. So, people, you spent the day exploring, you got to grips with the temple, and you've returned. What are your plans?
I think we'd literally just grabbed the stuff and head out the door, hadn't we?
Yeah, we literally were like, we're doing this tonight.
Yeah.
So it's on.
We were.
How many Molotov cocktails did we manage to make? Anna, did you do something else?
Anna's got other ideas for this thing, but she's got her arms are just full of the bottles, and she's just tearing up this hill heading towards the temple. Like,
okay, can you tell us what your idea is so that we can all be in on this? Lost you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, if you can keep up, Harrock, I'll tell you. Come on.
Okay. Should we bring anything else? Like, I don't know, nails or extra rope or anything?
If you've got any chalk or anything, that would be good.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes, I suppose.
How long?
I am also going to grab some pieces of wood to fashion into a meter-long cross.
So, your plan to go up to the temple during daylight hours before she arrives, or are you going to wait until nightfall? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to set up before
I
she
think we're
shows
setting
up.
up now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the things.
That's fine. So, when we finished it, you had about an hour to 2 hours, something like that, before
it was at least
full sets, and she's likely to start her procession.
Right. No matter what we do, we're going up there way before she gets there. So.
Yeah. How long does it take us to get to the temple?
5-10 minute walk.
entering the temple, I'm just going to dump everything out on the side. And be
Okay,
like,
well, let's leave the inn first.
oh, so I thought Anna had already left the inn. Anna's gone.
So everyone's heading up together is the idea there.
Yeah, I believe so.
But
Yeah,
I still
it's
wish I
all or
knew
nothing
more
at this
about the
point.
planet.
okay. So you all leave the inn, and when you do, the first thing you notice is the silence. Now, it's felt kind of quiet the entire time you've been there, but there has at least been that gentle sound of the wind. But at this moment, there is nothing. It is so still and so quiet, you don't even hear your own footsteps in the snow as
Oh,
you
that's
stand
creepy.
on the entrance to the inn. It's more than the quiet of an empty night. It's not the hush that you get in the snowfall. The silence feels like it's pressing in on you on all sides, almost as if the world itself has paused. And just as you try to get your heads around it, the figures appear.
No, thank you.
There is a line of people walking from the direction of the docks
What in the Game
in
of Thrones?
single file, moving slowly, steadily, and soundlessly. They're all wearing veils of the deepest black, and you can't see any of their faces. Their hands are clasped before them, and yet they're holding nothing in them. And the line stretches as far as you can see. There's not just 10 or 20 or 100 people. This line just goes on and on and on. They don't stop to look at you. They don't hesitate. It's just a slow, meticulous trudge, trudge, trudge through the snow in total and utter silence. And then one of them stops, steps out of line, and tilts its head towards you. Its veil moves just enough to reveal a glimpse of something wrong. It's not a face, not a skull. It's just something hollow, a space where something should be. And as it looks at you, a single big black feather drifts down to the ground.
From where?
This from the hole in the face of this.
From the hole in the face. Okay.
Yeah. And then the figure turns away and steps back seamlessly into the procession. They continue their walk. And then suddenly, in an explosion of sound, the procession disappears, and you can suddenly hear the wind again, and everything returns to normal.
Anna's going to turn to the group and be like, you saw that too, right? Yes?
Yes, I'm afraid I did.
Yeah, there is the thing with the veils, yeah. Does the feather remain?
No.
Their footprints in the snow or anything where they were.
No.
Were those, I hate to put it like this, but could those have been sort of
Visions?
us? If you see what I mean.
What do you mean, us?
Not us, as in children of Artemis.
Oh.
Remember the feather that
Yeah.
was found at Castle Ulu.
So you don't think that's connected to the island? You think that's us who brought that there?
It's possible. This whole feather business is very. It's very,
Don't like that.
very, very, very don't like. Quite right.
Anna's going to stick her head back into the inn. Did any of you see that? And is that normal around this part?
Is what normal? You've literally just opened the door and walked out. Is what normal? And the captain sticks his head out and looks up and down. What's going on?
Let's get to the temple. Let's.
Yes, I think we before anything else happens. Quite right. I agree. Let's go.
So come on, and it's going to start walking quickly towards the temple.
Julian's going to do the same. Feeling mildly underprepared and looking nervous, but is glad that Anna and Henrik seem to know what they're doing.
The black
Ward is
feather.
not convinced.
The black feather is also reminiscent of the crows or ravens that we had following us around previously.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought as well, Sebastian.
Yeah, but now it's bumped up to people with veils and face holes. So I think it's getting worse.
That's a sentence and a half, isn't it?
Face holes.
That's a very elegant way of saying what we just saw, but also not inaccurate.
Shut your face hole.
Right.
Either way, the timing couldn't be worse.
Well,
Indeed.
quite.
I'm starting to think it planned it that way.
Right, so anyway, what's our plan for making these crosses that she will only see once she gets inside the temple? I think
Right.
that's...
Yes, here. So Anna enters the temple and is going to lie out her bottles and things. All right, Henrik, you said you had chalk?
Yes.
I need
Anna,
What is the
give me
plan?
an observation roll.
Oh, Anna doesn't want to. No, she sees it all.
She sees nothing. What's she... Oh, no. Go on.
Wouldn't we all be a bit vigilant / observant at this point?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think we should be.
On that roll, I don't think Anna saw the procession.
So Henrik, I need you to take the chalk and on the wall where the door is where she enters, I need you just to draw as many Christian symbols as you can.
On the inside of the door.
On the wall, and it points to just the whole wall of the church, everywhere.
Okay.
On this wall, so she will enter through the wall, as in like through the door. She won't be looking backwards. So when she's in the room, if she turns, then the symbols will be there.
So yeah, so on the back of the door, but everywhere in the room, you say.
No, on the back of the door, and also
Yeah,
on the wall that is connected to the door. And it looks to Julie, it's like, am I making sense to you?
I got it. No, I got
No,
it.
that
Yeah,
made perfect sense. I was about to suggest that very thing, in fact.
Yes.
The wall that the door is in.
Yes.
Thank you,
I get it.
Yes.
Yes.
And then she's going to start passing bottles to people, and I need everyone else to rag in this, and with the alcohol, draw symbols on the other walls.
Julian sort of is standing holding two bottles all of a sudden. It's like, what? What? I need specific instructions. I don't understand this one.
I need you to take the alcohol. Anna's going to tear some fabric on one of the frozen people to bring
Yes.
up. I need you to paint like a brush. I need you to draw Christian symbols like crosses. She looks at Henrik. That's about all I
Yeah,
got.
crosses are good. Go ahead with that.
Yes.
I
We're
see
going
where
to
you're
set
going.
fire to them later.
Yes. Once she's in the room, we'll set
So
fire.
they're invisible whilst they're
Around.
just painted liquid, and then they're either a flame or ash after, and they
Yes.
become visible.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But that will only work for a short while. Once they've evaporated, they won't catch fire.
Yes, it's more to distract her, and then we open fire, is my plan.
We have
Right,
to
yeah.
try. We have to. I know we said this just now, but we have to try and kill her before she realizes we're there.
We need to all. Is there windows in this room, Andrew, or do we have to?
There are, but they're high up.
Okay. We will need to hide in the room.
Yes.
When she's distracted, we fire, and Anna's going to quickly pull from her pockets the 6 silver bullets she has and start scratching a cross onto each of them to like I don't know if silver works on giants, but I thought
Julian gets on with what he's been told to do, still looking a bit bemused, as is his wont.
yeah. Anna starts giving we've got 6 bullets, so that's one for each of us.
Suddenly, Ghost starts growling.
Already? Already? No, can't be already. What do you mean?
He
Ghost
is looking immediately behind Maud.
Anna
Where
looks
is Maud?
Julian looks as well.
Is behind me the door through which we've all just entered?
You tell me where you're stood.
Well, we all came in and then started listening to Anna, so are we not all pretty much?
I assume we're standing right here in the outer chamber.
Where's what?
Yes.
Are you looking at
Anna's going to
yes.
walk around.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't matter where you're stood, Maud.
It sounds like it's in relation to you and not in relation to the building.
Yes.
Do you notice anything, Maud?
Not currently. Maud slowly turns round to see what she can see.
Nothing.
Ghost.
I'm close to the front door. I open it and peek outside.
Nope.
Anna's going to try and stroke Ghost, be like, it's okay.
Julian's going to get on with what he's doing because he does not want to, be caught.
Ghost looks up at you, Anna, and you could almost swear that there was a slight sense of confusion on Ghost's face. In a dog way.
Yeah. And it's like, what is it? What is it, girl?
Isn't that the regular dog face? Isn't that resting dog face?
I don't. And it's going to look from Ghost to Maud. I don't know what you want, Ghost.
And the dog's and just licks your hand, and then growls again, and in the general vicinity of Maud, and then lies down, head on the paws.
Is she growling at Maud?
I
can't be.
Possibly Maud.
Maud is going to close her eyes for a moment and try really hard, and then open her eyes again and say, I can't hear her at all, so I don't know.
Remember, you do have the extra occult juice.
What do you mean?
How does one employee said occult juice?
Well, you'd have to spend time doing some sort of activity.
Because
like a seance or something, and
I don't think we've got time for that right now.
Time for a seance,
Did you
chaps.
hear her before, Maud, and now have you stopped being able to hear Ghost? Is that what's happened?
When Vanessa was first transferred.
I mean, not first. Sorry, Maud, we don't have time for a whole history. I mean, today. Has it just happened? Is that why Ghost is confused?
I don't know if it's today exactly, but recently she has been fading for some time.
Anna's going to look at like the night sky and the sun sinking. Is like here. Anna's going to pull out her pistol and give it to Maud. You're not armed, are you?
I have my trusty quarterstaff.
Yeah, speak of quarterstaff. I have it.
Yes. Maud takes the offered pistol and swaps it for the quarterstaff.
Andrew, describe the throne for me.
Huge.
Are there any holes in it? Like, as in, is it built like a proper, actual, solid throne? Are there any slits in it or anything?
Like a wicker throne?
No, not like a wicker throne.
No, it's stone.
It's stone, right? And it's mahusive. Okay. How tall?
Oh yeah, you could, as I said, you could get about 10 people sitting on it.
Right.
Anna turns to Henrik. Henrik, you're good at woodworking. Can you carve this into a giant ass spike for me?
What? Carve what?
The quarterstaff. Anna hands him the quarterstaff.
Oh yeah, I can sharpen that off. I was also going to leave this big cross that I had on her throne on fire. I thought that would be a good distraction.
Yes, we need to, that needs to be, that can't be as she enters the church. She needs to
No, she'll see it, and then she'll realize something's wrong, and then she'll start her spell.
Yeah.
And then we are boned.
Well, okay. So should I leave it not on fire, but on the throne, so she walks up to it?
We can put it behind the curtain of her bedroom.
Okay, whatever.
Fail safe.
I just thought she would go towards the throne, and then we'd have her in the center of the room, and we could all open fire together.
Yes, but she can't see anything odd when she walks in. Otherwise, she'll do her magic, and we'll all be dead. We have to act not here. She can't see anything different.
Yes, we will not. We do not have a counter spell for this incredibly powerful, incredibly fatal spell.
If only you'd learned some fucking troll magic, Henry. All right.
If only that opportunity had arisen at some point.
It's hilarious.
Anna's going to start stripping the tripwire and pulling it across the room. She's going to position the spike that Henrik's just carved in amongst the frozen bodies to keep it upright, so that hopefully with the angle she can't see it as she comes in, but she'll trip and fall onto the spike, is Anna's aim with this trap.
Okay.
I don't like how Andrew's smiling.
Yeah.
So the same thing.
Where are you positioning the spike?
Like on the ground, so it's angled like up towards her, and the trip
Towards the throne or towards the door?
Oh,
We lost you again.
That's my plan anyway.
So which way is it pointing?
Pointing towards the door on an angle, like it's on the ground, trapped amongst the frozen bodies, sticking upright. Hopefully, with the angle of it pointing straight at the door, she won't be able to see it because it's head on.
Okay.
We have to hope.
So you're setting that up, are you?
Yeah.
Give me an observation roll.
Well, I'm helping.
Oh fuck! What do I see?
So as you're sort of positioning the bodies and trying to get everything set up, your eye is caught by one of the bodies lying just to one side. It's an older man, weather-beaten face, with a beard and a moustache. Definitely a man of the sea, in fact. And he looks a little bit out of place amongst the others. He's quite burly and very swarthy. And then you realise you might have seen him before.
Who is he? What, dead? Is he dead? Andrew?
One of the frozen bodies.
No! Fuck! Anna falls and is holding this frozen body. No!
Julian sort of like throws himself across the room. What's going on? What is it?
I know him. How is he here? How is he here?
Who is it? What is it?
God. Oh my God. No. Why is he dead?
Who is it?
Julian puts his hand on Anna's shoulder, trying to calm her. We have to stay focused. What's going on?
He's a friend.
It's not him, is it?
It's my friend. And he... How is he here? How is he dead? Can you do anything, Julian? Can you fix him, please? Can you fix him? Anna's going to start offering his frozen body at him. Fuck.
Julian sort of knows how this goes, so sort of gives a bit of a sigh and checks over the body. What do you want me to roll, Andrew? Or do you want me to roll?
Medicine.
Medicine.
I mean, if you
I
want
also
to use
come
your
over.
medical kit, you can, but otherwise, it's he's frozen.
Who is it, Anna?
You can't really tell much besides the fact that he's totally frozen.
His name's Salty. He was our cook.
Salty?
Oh no!
I know.
Well, what is he doing here?
I don't know, Henrik. Anna just starts to cry.
Julian sort of lets her cry for a moment or two and then just like puts a little bit of pressure on her shoulder and goes, Anna, I know this is a lot, but we have to make sure that we don't end up like him. We have to stay focused. I'm sorry, we can mourn later.
Anna nods.
Anna, you already carry the burden of the rest of us that are living here today. You don't carry the weight of the dead.
Fuck off, Henrik. Anna's
Good
gonna.
line.
Can
Julian
someone
nods a little bit.
can someone help me move him? I don't want him squashed by her. Can we put him on the side or something?
I'll move him
Okay.
off to the side. You carry on
Yeah.
with what you were doing. I'll see to
Move it.
this. And Julian sort of shuffles him over to like an extreme corner, as it were.
I will help.
Anna's gonna position the quarterstaff thing. Oh my god, I can't believe you killed him. That's so awful.
Welcome to Andrew's sadistic DMing.
I'm so upset. I'm literally so upset right now.
It's because you didn't die last week. This is Andrew's revenge.
If you remember, I asked her last week to roll when she was in the when you went in the temple.
No, I missed him. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
poor inobservant Anna.
I know.
I mean, was he frozen yesterday? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but
She finishes setting the trap and proceeds to empty the rest of her bullets and is carving Christian symbols, which is just all she knows is a cross. It's just a cross on each of these bullets with a great deal of anger.
okay.
Her rifle.
Julian sort of, is the door open? Are the great temple doors open a little bit or ajar?
Well, I just peeked
Have
outside.
you shut them or are they open? Have you? I mean,
Well,
I'm
Henrik
drawing
stuck-
on the back of them, so
Henrik stuck his
Yeah.
head out. Were they
Selfie,
shut when we got here?
yes.
Okay, so we'll need to shut them again before she gets here so as not to arouse her suspicion.
yeah.
We need to hide. Everyone needs to find somewhere where they can hide and not be seen.
Where is the best place for us to jump out from? I mean, we've got the throne. We can go behind it.
So those pillars that you can see throughout the room
Yeah.
are big.
They're solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're decent.
Okay.
Yeah, Anna's gonna go behind one of the pillars.
Julian will go behind the sort of opposite one on the other side.
Once they finish drawing all the symbols on the walls with the alcohol, Anna's going to start stuffing things in them to create Molotov cocktails and start passing them to people as well.
Julian swallows and with a sort of nervous chuckle goes, I hope she can't smell humans.
Or alcohol.
That's a good point.
Well, hopefully it's cold enough here that she won't.
Also, quick question. How are we planning to set all these things on fire at the same time?
I was going to shoot it. If we link all the symbols together.
Would it be easier to put like a trail of powder?
We would. We don't have any gunpowder. Do you have some?
We've all got gunpowder. We've all got bullets.
Not enough for this
Not enough
huge
to create a
temple.
trail. We can do a trail of
No.
alcohol. Once the walls
Okay.
are on fire, we can light our Molotov cocktails off of them.
But we've got the lantern, haven't we?
That's true.
We've got more than one lantern, I believe.
Yeah.
Where's
We
my-
had 3 at one point, didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was in the previous mission. Though. I'm checking.
No,
No,
it's
you've got
Yeah, that's
3
right. On
because
this
you've
one, we
taken
got
off the
quarterstaff, silver bullets, pepper box, holy water, lantern times 3, Julian's pistol, rope, tripwire, and snacks.
Snacks.
I always keep our inventory. And what are you doing with the tripwire?
It's strung here, so when she comes in, she'll fall and hopefully die.
Well, but isn't that going to tip her off that we're in here?
It's a tripwire. It's designed not to be seen.
Okay.
I mean, she's a bit big too, and the tripwire is particularly.
Is it along the pillars closest to the throne? Because then, hopefully, she'll come through. You know, hopefully won't see anything's too much amiss. Ideally, she will trip and fall headfirst into the throne and die of hitting her head on stone.
Anna's going to point to the quarterstaff that she's rigged up for her to fall on. I was thinking more impaling on the spike.
Okay,
Absolutely,
so where is that?
absolutely. I can see that. Absolutely, says Julian, as if he knew that this was what was going on all along.
Are you okay, Julian?
What? I'm just a little distracted. This is very, very.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh my god. Okay, this is it. Right.
Well,
Hide,
that's
everyone
it.
hide.
It's been good knowing you all. And Julian ducks behind his particular pillar. Everyone stay completely silent. Movement 2.
Maud takes Ghost with her.
I will grab a Molotov cocktail and hide behind one of the pillars.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think this is the one just underneath the letter N.
Oh my goodness.
So you're going to be behind the throne.
I'll be behind this pillar.
Yeah, behind the pillar, behind the throne.
Yeah, that's right. That's my pillar.
So can everyone else show me where they are?
How high is the throne, by the way? How tall is it? Can
Taller
I
than
shoot
you.
over it? Taller than me? Okay, well...
Well, you'd be
20
able to
feet?
shoot over it if the giant is stood up. Yes.
The giant's standing, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll still pick that one.
The
I'll
bottom
pick letter
of
N.
the second pillar. So under the sea of chamber.
So there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Anna?
That was Anna.
That's
Is
me.
that you,
Right.
Julian? Okay.
That's me.
Anna, Julian. Because I wanted Anna you to get the best shot. You've got the rifle. I want you to get her right in the back of the head.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Oh my god.
So it gets louder and louder as she gets closer and closer. And
And where is the spike? What's the letter closest to the spike?
It's
B?
it's about the M. The M of chamber.
Okay.
and then the noise stops. And you hear a thump. And the doors slowly swing open. Quiet. Soundlessly. And the chamber echoes with the footsteps as she walks in, heading towards the throne. So, where was it you put the tripwire? Was it here
Yeah, between
or there?
the M. First one.
The first one, so here.
Yeah.
Okay. So she lumbers forwards, and you all hold your breath as she approaches the tripwire. And she passes straight through it,
She doesn't trip.
as if it wasn't even there.
How about the giant ass spike pointed at her? Does she walk into that?
Well, it's a quarterstaff, which is about 6 foot high,
Yeah.
and she's
just
about
stab
20
in the
foot
knee.
high. It's
Pain in the knee.
not. It'll be a pain in the knee if anything else. But let's just see.
I used to be a really big badass frost giant, but then I took a quarterstaff in the knee. This is terrifying.
Do some of the things that are on my sheet in the general panic of everything.
She misses
Okay.
it altogether. She just sails straight past, as if it wasn't even there. And she reaches the throne, and she turns round with a sigh and sits down.
Does she see the wall of Christian symbols?
Well, the doors are open, so
Oh no, it's in like
everything is
Hendrik's drawn on
kind
the
of...
walls as well, not just the
Yeah,
wall.
but the doors open back against the wall.
But he's
So
drawn
nothing
it
is...
places, right?
Sorry?
He hasn't just hidden everything behind the doors. He's done the whole wall.
Yes, but the doors open across the wall.
Ender's like, fucking Henrik.
I did most of it. I don't
Absolutely,
actually-
it's not his fault. It's the fact that the doors are open. Somebody will need to close them for her to be able to see anything.
Is there not about 20 foot of wall and about 3 foot of door?
No, these are big doors. Of course, you've not been with us. She is about 20 foot tall, just over 20 foot tall, and that throne is big enough to sit 10 people, but it just fits her. These are big doors.
In rapid fire, Anna would like to try and shoot the giant in the throat, and then shoot the wall.
Oh my god! So you're just going for it?
She has, yeah.
As soon as I hear a gunshot, I'm going to also pop out.
Yeah, no. If I can't see
I was
Anna
waiting for
once
that.
we've sort of gotten around the thing, I'm going to.
Okay.
I step out with my pistol as well, straight after her.
Anna's not stepping out; she's just leaning, firing.
Yeah, as soon as I hear a gunshot, as soon as we hear a gunshot, we all
You shoot.
So, I would like everyone to give me a vigilance roll.
Oh my god. Sorry, I stole your thunder then for a moment, Amy. It's normally you who says, oh my god, when he asks us for a roll.
3. Yes, okay.
I'm pushing that vigilance roll.
Anyone else nervous about what gunfire will do to an apparently incorporeal creature?
We
I have
Oh,
not.
no,
went
she's
into
not.
this-
She's not incorporeal.
No, I just mean she just passed through the tripwire and things, didn't
No.
she?
Stop.
As in, it didn't trip her up.
I'm with you, sorry.
Yeah, she just stepped over it, I guess.
She's so
It felt like a
big
cobweb
and
to
strong. It was, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tripwire for a human, but this is a giant. Not
So
human.
it looks like everyone except for
Julian.
Julian. Oh, and Taika didn't get any.
So, okay, can everyone also give me a learning roll? Now you've done
Learning?
that.
Learning.
Learning.
I don't
Learning.
learn. I'm in a gunfight.
Learning with a pistol in one's hand is not.
Oh.
God.
Seems more like a teaching moment than a learning one.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be
Julian's
going to
got
be the ones who got
two.
caught
Piper's
today.
got one. Sebastian's got two.
I've got 2.
Anna is
0.
just too panicking to really care. So, Julian
Yeah.
and Taika,
Yeah.
I will send you some information.
Oh my gosh.
And me.
Andrew, last mission
And Sebastian.
we
And
did
Sebastian,
something. What was it? And you said we wouldn't take mental damage the next time we had it. Does that mean?
Oh,
we
lost you
Amy.
again.
We've lost your voice.
Oh,
So,
hello.
I mean, this is something you've kind of talked about, guys, but it's just a
Hello.
reminder. You've got a sudden
Can you hear me?
rush and remembrance, even though you've talked
Yeah,
about
I can hear you,
it.
Tiny.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you again.
Last mission we had something happen. I can't quite remember what it is, but we said we didn't have to take mental damage the next time something happened. Do I not need to take mental damage for pushing my roll then? Yeah.
Yes, you have a thing where you don't take the next single thing of mental damage. I don't think it would. I'm going to be nice and say, don't worry.
Cool. In that case, can I roll 1 extra dice for my learning, considering I rolled before and I had the damage? I put on the mental damage from pushing my vigilance.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Still not shit all. All right, carry on.
Okay, that's fine. So,
I say a silent prayer to Saint Dionysus the Areopagite because he's got a cool name, and Anna's got to do some cool thing. So it's on Anna. There you go. That's your divine favor for the mission. You got it. You get 2 extra dice.
so that gives you your choice.
I'm not going
You
to
can use it whenever you want. Whenever you have to do something cool, use it whenever you want.
Okay, so
Henrik, is it worth you trying to bless anything we've got left in the bottle so we can turn them into holy water grenades?
Well, I've got one thing of holy water, but I think the fire is going to work better on the frost giant.
So Anna, you do get a free shot.
Wonderful. Do I just click my rifle and use it?
Yeah, basically.
All right, here we go.
You have the option of using Saint Dionysus the Areopagite.
Let me
3.
back
So
and
I'm
try and
aiming for her
shut
throat
the door.
on that first shot. I also get 1 extra damage because I just brought my new talent, which was dead shot or something. I hit extra damage if the person was unaware of me when I fired at them.
Oh no!
Okay.
That could make all the difference then.
That's damage, not thing. Have I hit her or have I not hit her? Do I need to use Henrik's blessing?
You can use Henrik's blessing if you like.
Oh.
I would suggest it might be a good play. You may as well start with it.
This is the one
More
hit you'll get
damage,
the,
right?
This is the only hit you'll get the damage bonus, so it's worth trying. And Henrik, you need to get that cross you were talking about.
Anna's
up as well.
going to push her rifle thing.
Nice.
Yes, there we go.
So is that
Okay.
damage?
Julian is running back to try and shut the doors.
Same title.
So there is a howl and a roar as Anna's bullet tears through the Lady of the Cold. And she roars and gets to her feet, and you are all in rounds.
Oh my god.
Surprise, surprise.
And
And
also fire at the
Julian,
wall.
you are up.
Who?
You, Julian.
Me.
And I also wanted to fire at the wall to light the shit on fire.
Have I shut the door yet?
That's what you're doing. You're going to go and
That's
shut
what
the
I'm
door.
doing. I'm trying to shut the door.
Okay, give me an agility roll.
I don't think he should have broken cover. I'm so scared.
I agree with not breaking cover, but let's
1
find
success.
And the door shuts,
Oh.
and you hear a howl from the Lady of the Cold as she obviously catches your movement and looks in your direction, and she throws her arms up in front of her face when she sees the symbology on the wall.
She hates them Christian
Nice.
crosses.
Yep. Get your big cross up, Henrik, and that's not a euphemism.
Anna, you are up again.
It's a
Anna's
cross. Why would it be a
seeing people jumping into action. She's going to hope someone's going to use their lantern to set the wall on fire, and she's going to fire again at the giant, aiming to try and shoot her in the head.
What?
Love the gunshot. Such a nice effect.
Okay, so hang on. Why am I? I'm supposed to be controlling her. Please don't make.
Please speak louder.
Sorry, yes, I am muttering to myself. You weren't supposed to hear me. Right, so
It's so dry.
she is trying to. This is her avoidance roll, and she just ducks out of the way of Anna's bullet. Tyker, you are up.
Well, I guess it's all out war. So
Anna's going to shout at Tyker, set the wall on fire.
Oh, no, it's putting. I am
also,
playing the Lady of the Cold, not Tyker.
The first bullet Anna used was silver. Does that impact anything?
No. So Tyker majestically
Resale
rolls out, pulls herself out from behind her pillar and shoots. And you're all able to see the bullet enter the skull
Yeah, go
of the
Tyker.
giant. And her head whips back suddenly.
Oh my goodness.
And she stands there for a moment, standing, looking at you all. And then suddenly she shrieks. The scream makes the walls shake. And she topples backwards towards the throne. And as she hits the throne, her body shatters into thousands of glass-like shards of ice. And suddenly everything goes quiet. And I'd like everyone to give me an observation roll. Apart from Henrik. Everyone else.
2.
2.
What 2?
Let's take you out of rounds.
Julian 2. Oh my god, oh my god. We did it. We fucking did it.
I did not think we were gonna be
I
okay.
thought we were
I absolutely
So you walk
banged.
past.
Oh.
As her body explodes and the glittering shards fly out, you're all drawn to the fact that one of the shards that falls from her and lands on the throne is green.
Like the green stones.
Julian sprints towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Anna's right behind him.
And yes, you recognize it instantly as one of the green stones that you came across before.
We can use it. Can we use it? Can we bring him back? Like they did on the stage with the young man who got hurt. If we heat it, can we?
I'm not sure it works like that, Miss Coombs.
Give me another observation roll, everybody, including Henrik this time.
Thank you.
Well, you were behind the throne. You couldn't.
I
see
know.
what
I was
happened.
way back there. Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna.
He still can't see anything.
No, never mind.
Everyone else none so far.
Yep, nothing.
Only Anna sees shit once.
Maud has 2.
Oh, so sorry, Maud.
Maud, whilst obviously Tyker and Julian and Henrik are kind of trying to take in everything that's happened, Anna very specifically looks over at her fallen comrade, and Maud, who has stood further back in the room, is kind of more overseeing everything. And you notice people are starting to move.
They're alive. Are they alive? Anna's running straight to Salty.
Check them. Julian.
No, Julian here.
What? What's going on?
Salty, Anna's gonna grab him. So, are
I
you
think
okay?
they're alive.
what's going?
So Julian tears over to where Salty, I guess.
Is he waking up? Is he alive?
Gives him an examination. Please let it be
It
good
doesn't.
news.
You don't need to roll to realize that they are thawing out and they're looking around, and everybody is totally aware of where they are. Everyone in the room is waking up.
Henrik, can you break up
Hug
your big
him
cross
so
and make a fire?
fucking hard.
Henrik, if you break up your cross, you can make a fire and warm people up.
Okay.
Julian,
sure.
Leave his cross alone.
We might need the cross. Let's break up something else.
yeah.
Well, I've got the spare wooden one that I just made. So here you go. Some lantern oil, light it up.
Is
Julian helps Salty to his feet.
No,
Is
I
that
can't.
you,
You can't.
Captain?
Anna's hugging him on the ground.
But Captain, you're dead.
No, no, I thought you were dead.
Makes two of you.
But Captain,
What are you doing here?
you were dead. You drowned.
No,
Didn't you drowned with your brother?
no, I left. Don't you remember?
Well, yes, I was looking for you. That's why I
I
left the ship.
I got off at port.
Yes, and we had news. And so I left to find you.
Yeah.
What news did you have?
Shush, Julian.
Like shush, Julian. Sorry.
What news? Where are the others?
There was news that your brother was sighted.
He's alive.
He was seen, I think,
Where?
in Sweden
In Sweden.
and in Norway. He's been seen in many places. It was thought. We heard that you had come north. And so I came to find you. We put into an island. I'm sorry, I'm feeling very strange. The effects of
That's
this.
understandable. You've been mostly dead for a few days. At least, where's the others? I found the wreckage. What happened?
The wreckage?
The Tempest.
What do you mean?
The Tempest was destroyed.
What?
You didn't know?
No. No.
I don't know.
We landed near Gothenburg.
Yeah.
And a man in the tavern said that you'd come north. He sent me here. He said that you were here. And I've been waiting for you.
Well, you found me.
I've been here about a year.
A year?
I knew you would come. These are good people. I knew you would come.
What news did you have? What other news? What did you come to tell me?
To go home. To the ship. There's news of your brother. There was news that he was alive.
That's good. I don't know what happened to the others.
Stormeye.
Yeah.
Stormeye had a letter.
Yeah.
From a man who said he knew where your brother was.
Where's the letter?
With Stormeye. He was on the ship.
He was on the Tempest.
Last I saw. Yes.
I don't know how many made it off. I know some did, but I fear not everyone.
I don't understand.
It was a
They
crack.
were staying. They were going to wait for me at I'm trying to remember the.
It was. Anna looks to Julian. Where was the island? Where were we?
I'm
a
trying
place
to
called
think.
a place called Fjallbacka.
That's
I
the
was
one.
supposed to meet you. I was supposed to take you to Fjallbacka and meet the Tempest there.
We went there. There was someone who was purposefully sinking ships with a kraken, and they got the Tempest. I arrived too late. It had been months. I searched. I couldn't find anyone. I don't know what happened.
I failed.
We will find them. We will find them, Salty. I promise you, we will find them.
I have failed Victor, and I have failed you.
You haven't failed me. You found me. You're alive. Anna takes his face in her hands. You're alive.
But please, madam, these people need help.
May I suggest we move towards the inn?
Yeah, we'll
That
get
is
you
an
warm.
excellent
You
suggestion,
better
sir.
recover the rest of
Rob
these.
rub his arms. We'll get you warm. We'll get you food. We'll get you. It's all going to be okay.
Julian goes around sort of vaguely checking
I am
people
not-
and, seeing if there's anyone
I
sort
am
of
not
still
cold,
lying
madam.
down.
Okay.
I am
Are
not
there-
cold.
Are
My
there any
captain.
other locations?
My captain,
Anna
I
hugs him.
thought you were dead. I'm very confused.
Is this okay?
Well, I'm up for a story on the way home, Anna. In the meantime, I'll grab the closest thawing person next to me and start heading back towards the inn.
Can Julian just check and make sure, is there anybody that's sort of like still lying down? Anybody who,
Everyone is getting up and looking around, and nobody feels cold.
apart from presumably the
Very dead boy.
the very dead boy, what about the woman that was holding his body?
She is almost catatonic.
Is she alive?
Yep.
Okay, I'll focus on her, and I'll try and take her away from what remains of what I presume to be her boyfriend.
Or son. I kind of thought it was
Or
a
son,
Could
yeah.
be, yeah.
No. No, don't take it from me.
It's all right. It's all over now. It's all over now. She's gone.
It is over.
I'm going to steer her towards the door along with everyone else.
The noise starts to grow as more and more people realise what's going on. And they see the shattered remains of the giant. And people are hugging each other and celebrating. And you're heading outside, I suppose?
Yeah, I think all of us are trying to get towards the inn, maybe.
Fair enough.
Just call me over precautious, but can I take one of the torches to one of the bits of shattered giant just in case. I've seen too many things where ice stuff just sticks back together.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah. What happens?
So what you're just wanting to melt the ice?
Just one of the pieces, just to see it, melt away and drain off and what have you.
It melts.
Who has the green shard? If not,
Just
I'm gonna
like water.
Julian has it.
I do.
Okay, great.
You know what would be ironic would be if we bottled all the ice, then blessed it and used it as holy water in the future.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
You sick man. I like it.
Yeah, it would be like double. It would be Vaesen plus holy water. Yeah. Okay, but no, I'm not picking up ice shards. I'll take 2 of the frozen people out and start heading down towards the end. Unfrozen.
Just
Recently unfrozen.
salty and low whispers and things as they move off towards the inn.
I'm going to cast a glance around to see if anybody's left. If anybody's left behind, apart from my almost catatonic co-escapee.
Someone should go down to the camp by the docks to check on the sailors there.
I was about to say, are there any other locations other than the temple where people are frozen? Make sure that everyone is safe.
If he didn't follow us, Captain Harrock will no doubt have gone there himself.
So as you make your way down towards the inn, you do see a lot of people heading up from the harbour towards the inn, looking very confused. One of which is the doctor.
Hey!
Happy days.
Quick question.
Yes, go.
The people who ate people, did they eat frozen people?
No! Oh God, yes!
It's about to get really upsetting for them. Maud cannot help thinking.
Shit!
This is about to be very problematic and very traumatic.
It always has been. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, yes!
The difference
Never
between
easy.
eating people who were actually dead and eating people in such a way that you made them permanently dead by accident.
Yeah.
You got there quite a bit quicker than I expected you to.
Yeah. Well done there, Maud. That's oh.
Maud dwells on these things.
Has Maud just told us that?
Yes.
Well, it was mostly Bones, the guy that was in the inn.
Get
It was
off
mostly
this
Bones.
island. And soon.
No, I think the bones are what were left, Henrik, after they'd
Yeah.
eaten them.
Yeah, but it's not like it's going to come back to life in their stomachs. Or
No,
anything. That
it's
was
more
weeks
they've
ago.
murdered people.
It's more that they murdered
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I got that, yeah.
Yeah.
They
and
thought
everyone here
they
is
were
about
only-
to find that out.
They thought they were only eating people who were already dead and gone.
They
and
were
what they'd
literally
actually
keeping
done-
themselves alive.
The Donner Party kebab.
Oh God.
There you go.
I think we should get to the ship. Get off the island.
Well, there are some people
Captain
who
Harrock.
Yeah.
Captain Harrock. Is your revenge satisfied?
What happened?
We
I
killed
don't
the
understand.
giant.
Everyone is alive.
Now it's your job to get them all back on the boat and get us all out of here.
Our job is to make sure that everyone is okay here. That's what we were employed to do. We have the all the necessary supplies. We make sure everyone on the village is fine, and then yes, we get back to the ship.
So we will muster at the inn. I'll stand out front. I guess I'll play my fucking ocarina for no reason to a jaunty tune, summoning everyone back to the inn. Anybody who wakes up.
I don't think you want to summon everyone to the inn with all the bones and skulls littered around
Well,
them.
okay, you go hide those.
I am not hiding them. They ate them. I'm not being a part of it. That's
Okay,
their
well,
issue.
anybody
So
who's waking up.
over the next 24 hours, you learn from people basically. They reveal to you that the Lady of the Cold has been visiting them for hundreds of years. She comes every winter, and every winter she is given a young man from the village who she takes as her companion during the winter time, during the winter months. And during the day, she returns to the sea, and she comes onto land at night and enjoys herself with the young men. And at the end of the winter, she takes the young man home with her.
Yeah, I'm glad we fucking killed her.
The
Home into the sea.
to wherever her alternative domain is, they do not know. It is considered a great privilege to be selected and to be chosen.
Nope.
And the only terms is that the young man is to have no other attachments. And unfortunately, on this occasion,
He had somebody who was his lover.
yeah, and it was tried to be hidden from the lady. But
Oh, was it the ghost? Was it the ghost lady with the baby? Was that them?
No, of course it
was
wasn't.
the
You
whole
silly
thing.
man.
Okay.
Henrik.
Just checking. I just thought it was full circle. It makes a nice story. It's poetry.
No, it was the woman.
It was the woman who was catatonic and looked like she was sort of made of blood when we first.
Oh, so that was her boyfriend that she was offering
Just
up?
like Julian supposed, yes.
she ripped the boy apart in front of everybody,
That must have been
and
traumatic.
she rushed through. She ran forwards, upset, and as punishment, she froze everyone.
Yeah, I don't think I like giants.
And this was the first time that anyone in the village, even the oldest people, even in any of the stories of over the years, they are not aware of it ever having happened before. The lady has always been very just and very kind, and she,
Apart from sort of stealing the sons of the place
they're very happy to go.
Yeah, I don't
into
know.
the sea.
No,
Into the
it's like
sea.
brainwashing to me.
Yeah.
No.
So that's kind of what you discover. And kind of after a couple of days, the boats have come from Miss Paulina, and the food is offloaded for the villagers.
How are the villagers dealing with the cannibals?
It's not being talked about.
Yeah, just don't bring it up.
I think it's one of those things that people can.
Oh, I think many of them would have brought it up.
Okay.
Let them deal with that. That's not our job.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the C words are from a scouting party, so they can quietly come back with us.
Great.
Yeah.
And the balls on board.
And deal with what they have done, I'm sure. I don't think any of these people would have done it had they not been literally starving.
I will
They're-
accept a confession from any
grace,
of them. Yes.
There, but for the grace of the god and not a big old frost giant, go we.
Mm-hmm.
And so after a couple of days, it's decided that you're able to depart. And the villagers have all been very grateful. And on the day you leave, the village comes down to the harbour to watch you off. And they all turn up. They're all wearing big black cloaks.
Oh no!
And
Are they what?
it looks very somber. Oh, it's all right. They're not all hooded and everything. They're just wearing these big black cloaks.
That was just another randomness. Wonderful. Great.
But yes, there might have been a slight trigger for you all. But yes, they're all wearing these big black cloaks. And they all come and stand and watch you at the harbour. And with them is old Salty.
Well, he's coming with
And
us.
he comes up to you and he says, I promise that I'm going to help them repair some of the damage that's here. And when it's sorted, I will come and I will join you. I have to make my penance. I promise I shall come and find you.
You don't need to make penance. You can come with us.
I stayed here for a year. I didn't come and find you. And now I owe these people my life. They took me in. They made me feel welcome. They gave me a place. And now some of them have lost family members. A lot of them their properties have been damaged. He gestures at all the boarded up and broken down doors. I must make this right, and then I shall come and join you in Uppsala. I promise, my captain.
You can't stay.
Yes, I can. I must do what's right. One of the lessons that I learnt from you and your brother is loyalty is important. You know loyalty is everything to me. What sort of person would I be, Captain, if after these people have cared for me and looked after me for over a year, that I walk out on them in their time of need? What sort of person would I be?
I've been so alone, Salty. I can't. I understand that you must stay, but know that I will miss you. And please hurry back to Uppsala.
I will be with you as soon as I can. The storm may rage, the winds may howl, but we'll stand strong, with courage in our soul.
And it quickly interrupts him before he finishes the song. Indeed.
She was a grand ship.
She was. They paid for it with their lives, the people who did it.
I expect no less.
Well, goodbye then. And Anna gives him a hug.
Salty, do tell these people that if they ever have need of us again, where to write to us, etc.
We're an upstanding society, Anna says with a slight smirk.
Of course, Captain. And as you get on the boat, and the boat slowly leaves, everyone from the village just standing, watching you depart, kind of curious expressions on their face, but nothing out of the ordinary after what they've been through. And you can see Salty standing there with the others until he disappears from sight. You reach Miss Paulina and get back up on board. The journey home is relatively uneventful, and I choose my words carefully, relatively.
Oh no.
Thousands of green-eyed ravens everywhere.
It's 6 days to get you back to Bergen, and then another 6 days to get you back to Stuttgart. Is Tyker offline?
No, I'm here. Should be.
No, it's showing us offline to me. I just tried to send you a message, but I can't because you're offline.
Something's happening to Tyker.
I was reloading, so I hoped. You can't now?
No. I can hear you, but I can't. I'm not showing. Are you? How about in the thing? Yeah, no, you're showing offline to everybody.
Send her a WhatsApp, like her
I'm just
personally.
doing that. I am just doing that.
Yeah.
Reload again.
Julian sort of spends a bit of time going around the cannibals, making sure that they're not too horrifically on edge, considering everything that has obviously happened to them and the enormity of what they've done, and even arranges for some of them to sort of talk with one another about stuff. Just basically goes around looking after the welfare of everyone, almost feeling like he needs to keep doing stuff.
Absolutely. And it is quite clear that they are very, very disturbed by what has happened. And if it was in modern times, you would probably say they will be in therapy for many, many years to come.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get a free confession and a couple Hail Marys. That's what I got. You get a free one of those.
Have you seen it, Artie?
Yes.
Okay.
First sort of night there, Anna's going to be on deck at night, and she's just going to do a little toast to Victor and be like, "I'm coming for you," and then carry on.
I will also at one point meet Anna up on deck with my pipe and be like, "So is it about time you tell us a little bit about the Tempest and what happened?"
And it takes a breath and it's like, "You have a horrible habit, Henrik, of listening into conversations you're not a part of."
Well, I noticed it back
Part of
on
Greek
Fravala. I noticed you being a bit tweaked back on Farvala Island.
Julian, who's just taking the air but is a little way away, and where Henrik didn't realise he was, just comes in with Fjallbacka.
That's the one. That's the chap.
Let's
That's
have
the
the
chap.
Englishman correcting the Swede on the Swedish pronunciation.
That's the chap. That's the chap.
He loves the opportunity. He will revel in it.
It sounds like Julian. That's the chap. That's the chap. So, ready to talk to us a little bit about what happened?
I will let you draw your own conclusions, Henrik.
That's not what I was asking for at all.
Well, it's what I'm giving you. And a sort of gently elbows him.
Well, then maybe I'll just have to talk to Salty when he gets back.
Well,
You want us all to wait for that?
I think so. I think the two of you would get on well.
Okay. So if I hear the name Victor, I shouldn't bring it up to you at all?
No, please. And then suddenly grows very serious. Please do.
The more information, the better footing we have. But I'll wait until you're ready.
Anna proceeds to pull a piece of paper from her pocket and is looking at it, and then passes it to Henrik. And it's a photo of Anna sort of laughing with someone's arm thrown about her, both looking very happy, joyful, and having very similar features, same sort of nose, chin, hair.
Julian watches all this and is stock still and silent.
Is that your brother?
Yeah. This is Victor. He was taken by Vaesen. That's why I left, why I came to the society. I didn't know what had happened. For a while there, I thought maybe the worst. And then sort of a grin spreads over her face. But he's been seen in Sweden and Norway. He's alive.
So I guess we have to find him. We lost you. Amy lost you, sorry.
I said we do. We really, really do.
Well, you have my word that I will help you find him.
Thank you, Henrik. And Anna takes the picture back.
And we will, Anna. We will. We just killed a fucking giant. I'm pretty sure we can do anything.
I'm starting to believe that myself a little bit. I think our luck may be changing.
We'll find him, Anna. I think that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, you just sort of stand there in a comfortable
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Slightly further away.
Let's get a drink. Yeah. Let's go down under deck and get a drink.
Anna already has bottle in hand, just passes.
Okay. Oh, there we go. All right.
There you go. To Victor. Thanks. He's gonna taste them.
So, revelations aside, it's a fairly ordinary and quiet trip home. And it's the start of December when you eventually get back to Glenford.
Missed the abbot again.
Well, Trondheim is only a 40-minute or a 90-minute train ride again. We can go down and visit him. We got a great chef in the Abbey as well.
Hey.
As you pull in to the gates of the castle, you see Algot stood.
It's on fire.
Very nearly.
Julian sort of falls out of the carriage and looks at Algot. What is Algot doing?
Algot is stood at the entrance, and stood in front of him is a man who is very clearly a priest.
And
as you pull in to the drive, the priest turns and sort of acknowledges you as you arrive, as does Algot. And he just stands there very patiently waiting for you as you all get off the carriage. And
Do I recognize him?
no, you do not.
Okay.
Julian quietly mumbles, "Oh God, what is it now?"
And as you approach, he walks forwards, and he does walk over to Leaf, and he says, "Ah, you must be Henrik. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. I am Father Carlson. I believe you have been informed about me by the abbot. He has sent me with this letter for you." And he hands Leaf a letter.
Thank you, my brother.
I understand you've just come back from a long journey, so please don't rush. Make yourself comfortable, and I'm sure the abbot will understand. And he nods and leaves.
Very interesting.
And as soon as he's out of earshot, Julian goes, "Right, where are we off to next? Because I must have a bath, some eggs, and some sleep."
That sounds very good.
Not necessarily in that order.
I will agree. Let's go inside, and I will crack open this letter.
Wonderful. Anna's gonna hand back with Maud as Maud sort of is there and go, how are you doing, Maud? Can you hear Ghost again?
Not really. I don't know. I was hoping to find something here at the society, some kind of answers, some kind of help.
Maybe we can go through the occult workshop together today.
That would be good. That would be good. I think time is running out.
Okay, we'll help you, Maud.
Thank you.
Stroke.
Who is going to waffle?
I should love Ghost.
Waffle, waffle.
Waffle. Alright, and we'll follow in after Henrik and see what new thing we've got now.
Just replying to somebody who has left a message in Moonbeam. So just hello.
Excellent. Comfort break time?
Oh, yeah.
But do people want a comfort break?
Always.
Yes, we can take a quick 5 minutes. Absolutely, I have no problem with that. So yeah, 5 minutes to see everybody back. Sorry, streamer, but we will.
Can I say how glad I am you didn't fucking kill Salty, Andrew? I think our friendship would have been over.
Well, I wasn't the one that was talking about burning down the whole.
I know, right? They could have got
right. That was your plan. You almost burned him frozen alive.
I gave you opportunities to spot him.
Yeah, thank God I set that fucking spike amongst the corpses.
Right. Anyway, 5 minutes, people. people could just let me know when they're back. That'd be great. I can see that you're back, Julian, so that's good. For people that are watching this, it is Julian and Taika's wedding anniversary today. So I think they deserve
Not in game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not Julian and Taika.
IRL. Yeah.
Not Julian and Taika, Lexi and Artie. Been married 2 years now. God alone knows why. Poor thing. What's he doing? Very, very terrible standards, Mr. Wolf.
Well, your words, not mine.
Just been told to shush in the chat by said husband.
Yeah, well, it does pop up on the stream, so people see.
It doesn't pop up on my screen.
Hmm?
Doesn't pop up on my TikTok screen.
On your TikTok screen?
Yes.
On your TikTok screen.
Hold on a moment. I'm TikTok living at the moment.
Oh, I see.
So.
Oh, we should. If you're wanting to TikTok live, then we should just.
I know, but I got bored of waiting for you to do it, so I thought I'll just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
For the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, it will pop up. I mean, it's obviously. Are you going from YouTube to TikTok or something?
No, I'm literally just filming. Yeah. I've sent you the other clip before. I've literally got some of me, and I've got some of the the camera all down the side of the computer. I've got that as well. I don't know which is better.
Well, yeah. As I said, we can set it up so that it streams straight to TikTok.
Yes.
You mentioned it the other week. And then
I've double checked the levels and the sound. Sounds all right. So yeah.
No, it's all working fine today.
Are we all back?
I don't know. Leaf?
Ready to go.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Sebastian, you there?
He's never there.
He's
never all there.
I still have two Lexis on the camera, but
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Sorry.
Double trouble.
One of me is more than enough. Thank you very much. I don't think the world could handle more than one.
Right, so you've just got home. You've gone inside. At last. You might get some time to yourselves, or maybe you won't. Who knows?
Okay.
Have you seen your letter, Henrik?
Henrik hasn't read the letter out to us yet.
Well, he may not want to.
Well, yeah, maybe I don't want to.
I thought his letter.
Is
Somebody
it
who's so
4-1
bloody
or
nosy,
2?
he's a character.
4-2.
If he turns around and then doesn't tell us the contents of this letter, I am actually at some point going to punch him. You think I'm kidding?
Oh no, I know you're not.
Oh dear.
Like, I love Leaf as a player. He throws himself into it, but when it comes to Julian, Julian's got about this much nerve left for Henrik.
Julian is wound so tight at the moment.
Yeah.
On the plus side, Anna's now coming out of herself. She might try and figure out what the hell's going on there.
Okay, after a snack, I'm going to leave the castle.
Well, Henrik, are you going to read this letter?
Where's he going?
No, I'm just headed down to the cathedral. I should be back pretty quick.
You're not going to tell us what your letter says?
It's the abbot. He says he's here at the cathedral here in Uppsala.
I mean, we've heard a lot about the abbot. I'd love to meet him. Can we come?
I know. I'm going to go ask him to come back.
Okay.
I'm just going to go grab him and ask him to come back to the castle. You guys take a bath or whatever.
I mean, pointed note, but all right, fine.
Well, I really wanted to have a hot bath right now after the frost giant.
Julian asks Albert to make him an egg sandwich and pelts up towards the first available hot bath.
Is that just the one in Maud and Anna's room? Are we the only
No,
one?
no. There's a bath on the floor below as well.
Does that have a bath then?
If you have a look at
I suppose
the
we don't have
the map.
showers, so it must do.
So hang on, I'm going to share the map so that people watching online can see as well.
Oh yeah, I see. Little top.
There we go.
Right, fine.
I like the idea of Julian sort of getting into that one and like he's so long that his legs hang over the side or something.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, you're very welcome, Julian, if after Maud and I are done, if you want to do one where you can actually stretch out your legs.
So I'm going to leave you guys in the castle for a moment.
Okay.
Oh, I'm suddenly getting some really weird stuff going on with my screen.
So you're leaving us in the castle, and presumably,
and I'm going to deal with Leaf. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Have fun.
Well, yeah, and Anna's going to offer Julian if he ever wants it. He's more than welcome to come and ask to borrow their tub, which I think is at least twice the size.
Very, very kind. I may take you up on that.
Are you all right at the moment, Julian?
Yes, capital. What do you mean?
Nothing. Anna slightly raises an eyebrow at him.
So, Henrik.
I'm heading to the cathedral.
You're heading to the cathedral, indeed. And when you get there, you are shown to some rooms out back. And when you arrive there, the abbot is there to welcome you warmly. And he gets up and he walks on. Henrik, it is so good to see you, my friend. It seems like it's been forever since we were last able to spend some time with each other in person. How
And
are
may the
you?
peace.
It's been fascinating here. So many of your stories. May the peace of the Lord be with you.
And may his spirit go with you as well. How have you been doing?
Busy, as it always is with the church. Far too political for my liking, but you know how it is. But I think our line of work seems to be very busy at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. We seem to be getting so many more requests and needs for us to help difficult spirits, if you catch my meaning. But
wait until you hear our latest story. Jeez, we killed a giant.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a frost giant named the Cold Lady up on Varshwing. Varesia, up on the island of Varesia. Verolia, that's the one.
So, a giant.
Yes, a frost giant that decided to freeze an entire village. Yeah. 20 feet at least.
Coming from anyone else, Henrik, I would have suspicions as to the veracity of such a statement, but you are not somebody that is prone to exaggerations. I am very intrigued. I mean, you are traveling with quite an unusual group as well.
I'd love for you to meet them.
So you have a doctor, an author, a detective. I mean, that's just in itself is a fascinating mix of minds. Tell me, are they receptive to your guidance?
For the most part, I would say. It takes a few of us, a few of them take a bit of effort, let's just say, to get them onto the side, but I believe most of them to be decent, honorable people, and I will continue my mission in trying to I'll just keep them all together, really.
And what burdens do you carry on their behalf?
I wish they were a bit more forthcoming with their. For instance, I do not know the origin of how they became Thursday's Child for many of them, and I think we're really only figuring that out now. I just try to make sure everyone works as a team and that
Wow.
we all stick together.
You have carried much, Henrik, more than most, and yet you stand. It is a rare thing, my son. Are they receptive to your wisdom, or do you still find yourself alone in your faith?
I believe they are receptive to my wisdom. A few of my companions do need a little more education in the faith, definitely.
Alas, unfortunately, it is often the way with those who experience supernatural things. They do not necessarily understand that it is often the devil incarnate. Your letters, though, intrigue me greatly. They speak of burdens shared, and yet you always write them as trials endured together. Do they understand the sacrifice that you make to be with them?
I try to express myself to my companions as much as possible. I do not know if they truly understand what is going on either in the world or just with us. There's still many secrets left.
Well, in time, they will follow. It only takes one strong voice to lead them the way.
I try my best with that.
A man does not walk this path without purpose. And purpose, Henrik, is what separates those who are remembered from those who are lost in time. And the purpose within you has always been very strong. I am quite certain that as a group you will all achieve great things together. Indeed, it is very, very positive with the news of the great successes that you have achieved so far.
I believe that all of us do have a purpose, and I only hope that we can fully realize it before our time is up.
Well, hopefully that is a long time to come. Although, I must confess, and please don't take this as any sort of criticism, but knowing you the way I do and the way that you speak so passionately about your companions, I almost half expected to see them here with you.
Well, would you like to go meet them? I'm sure our butler and our chef will provide an exceptional feast. If you'd like to join me this evening for dinner.
Well, that's very generous of you to make such an offer, but alas, this evening I cannot. But if you wish to bring your colleagues here, I mean, I would be honoured to meet them. Obviously, I cannot maybe offer the comforts and the refinements, but I'm fascinated to see your companions.
Very well. I will move immediately with all alacrity to fetch them. Although we just came back from a very cold adventure, I think a few of them are in the bath.
I totally understand the need to rest and unwind. I believe that you could probably do with the same.
Well, so we'll be right back after dinner. I'll bring the rest of my colleagues down here right after dinner. Is that all right? Acceptable?
That would be perfect. It will be after evening service, so that would suit me fine. My chambers, that I am very fortunate that Father Carlson keeps here for me, will be warm. The fire will be lit, and it would really be my pleasure and my honor to meet your fine companions.
It would be my pleasure to introduce you to them, Father. I will see you soon.
Enjoy your bath, and I shall see you refreshed. Peace be upon you, my child.
And may the spirit be with you also. I will go back to the castle and inform anybody who's not currently in the bath that that's what we're doing tonight.
Anna had been about to prod Julian how things are going with him and Tiger. So you and
Oh, not this again. Oh, God.
So-
Can I come in on that information halfway through that?
No, because you will have been gone quite some time.
Yeah, all right.
You would have, yeah. So let them have a little bit of whatever they're getting up to.
Yeah. I'll wait for the uncomfortable silence afterwards.
So you Anna raised an eyebrow at him.
Am I what?
You talked to her?
There wasn't really an appropriate moment.
The sort of 6 days locked on board ship, no one else around, didn't
Well,
see her.
she was basking in the glory of her really quite fetching victory. And
you didn't think that was a good moment at all then?
well, I might have said something along the lines of, well done, of course I did, but I still it's still very difficult to say something, anything really. At some point I will, I'm sure.
Maybe after you've had that bath then.
Right, yes, off to have a bath. What a splendid idea.
Anna leaves him to it and goes and washes up herself. And she will be chilling downstairs in the piano room when Henrik gets back.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before Henrik returns with his exciting news?
Oh, no, Anna's also going to grab some books from the occult workshop and bring them down to the piano room and try and look up things about soul transference. See if you have anything there.
Maud will join you in the piano room looking through the books.
Anna awkwardly just carries on reading, not getting shit. Am I assuming, Andrew, that all our health is being fixed now, considering it was 6 days on board ship?
Also, what time of the day is it? And when are we by now? I'm confused about what time zone we're in.
So you left on about the 15th of November, and you have been gone 30 days.
Oh, Jesus.
So it is about the 15th of December.
And what time of day is it now?
So you would have got back to the castle at about 10 o'clock in the morning. So it can be Henrik will get back from seeing, but Henrik will get back to you at, say, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you use that as a rough guideline as to whether you're talking about stuff beforehand or after.
Yeah, I have my bath, maybe have a nap, and I'm sort of up and doing again about 2 p.m.
Okay. So what is it you're specifically, what was it you were looking for, Maud?
I am looking for anything that might help me help Ghost.
Can Julian slope in?
That's very vague.
Well, Anna was trying to find anything about soul transferences, like so people to animals or things.
Okay. Well, yeah, and you didn't find anything.
I
I wasn't particularly interested in what you were looking into. To be
It was
fair.
more to help Maud if Maud wanted to look at the same things.
Yes, I think specifically also how to go about reversing it without losing the soul in question.
Okay. So you find absolutely nothing.
Disappointing.
Can Julian slope in as they're looking disappointed?
Mm-hmm.
Anna nods to him and says, "You feeling better?"
Oh yes, much. Thank you very much. We're I couldn't help but overhear your conversation before. Are we looking for a way to help Ghost, as it were?
Yeah, Anna's going to frisbee him a book.
Oh,
Yes. Without much success yet.
Yeah, come pull up an armchair. If you're talking next to me, we can't hear you.
I'll look for soul ties, I guess. See if that gives me
Soul
anything.
ties.
Soul ties.
Okay.
It's the closest thing that I can think of as as an adjacent, possibly having some kind of bearing, or it might lead on to something so that I know what we're actually working with. That's my hope.
Okay. With me. Let's see what I can give you.
Get a nice solid 2.
Maud never got to fire Anna's pistol.
Oh.
Ready to.
I know.
Well, I guess it's because you were
deadly. I bet Maud is deadly with that quarterstaff.
Well, now it's sharpened.
Yes. Now she's even more deadly than she was when she was swatting the fire baby.
Vampires beware. Big ass steak. Tyker, are you actually typing? Because it says you've been typing a while. Just so you know. Ah.
Okay.
Tyker's in the living room having a drink in front of the fireplace. How very sophisticated of you, Tyker.
How come when Tyker drinks it's sophisticated?
Maybe because it's not from a hip flask and it's not at 9:30 in the morning.
It's from the bottle. I think these are the rules of society, are they?
Sadly.
To be fair, isn't it like 2 in the afternoon?
Well, it is now, yes. But I'm fairly certain I have caught you, when I say caught you, just been around you drinking at any time of the day. Not necessarily sloshed, but all the same.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say a good way to start the day, but it's certainly a way.
It's a way to start the day.
Yeah.
Everything's terrible.
And the sort of coughs at lamp is like, oh well.
Irish coffee, so to speak.
Sorry for the delay. I want to give you something, but I'm trying because Julian got 2 successes.
You want to give me something, but you're not sure.
I'm just trying to work out what.
Okay, fine.
Because I don't want to give you too much at this point.
Anna's going to look up at Tyker. Are you all right, Tyker?
Yes. She says, staring at the fire.
Anna sort of looks at Julian
and
sort of elbows him to be like, go talk to her.
I may really regret
I thought you wanted me to look at this book.
Anna rolls her eyes and moves to go stand beside Tyker then instead. Are you sure you're all right? I sort of recognise that stare.
Just thinking about our journey back.
Thinking about what?
Oh, I've already given you that one.
Our journey back. Did anything happen?
Why did something
On our
happen
way
to
back.
you?
Julian's going to pretend he's not eavesdropping.
How do you do that?
I'm staring at the book like this.
His eyes are no longer moving. He's just staring.
Yeah, I'm just staring.
Half a meter away from
Stare
us.
very hard at him and roll her eyes.
Poor Maud. Why did something like
I just had this weird dream. on
Oh,
our way
okay, that's
back.
the wrong one.
what?
Go on,
What
sorry.
sort of dream?
Well, it's hard to explain.
I mean, I've had a fair share of them since all this business with the Raven started. I'm sure it can't be stranger than some of them.
Well, basically, it was about fabric, believe it or not.
Fabric.
About, yes, about strands, and one of them did not belong, and it was tangled with the other one, and somebody tried to cut it to get it off or something, but couldn't. It was in a knot. I don't know.
Do you think
It was
that's
just-
to do with what Linnea said? If the strands are us and one doesn't belong.
Could be. I don't know.
Whilst
What
you're
is that?
talking, I'm going to interrupt very quickly. Whilst you're talking, Julian suddenly gets up and leaves the room, and he
Oh.
will return to the room, back into the room, just as you finish. So finish this off, and then
Okay. But you think that what it could be? So wait, someone tried to cut it, or
No, like separate, yes. There were shares pressed against it, but it didn't snap.
well, Linnea said we need to stick together. Maybe it's something to do with that. I'm sort of pulling at straws a little bit. I'm not the best dream interpreter, but
Tell me about it. I'm not used to those weird symbolic dreams.
no,
If,
they're weird. Yeah. I think we need to tell more when we have them. It's a lot. I wouldn't say nicer sharing them, but I definitely feel less insane now I have.
or just that we're all man.
I mean that too, but in a strange way, it feels nicer if we were all going mad together.
Indeed.
Anna glances up. Is Julian coming in yet, or not quite?
Julian bursts into the room.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
jeez, Julian.
Yes, I'm looking desperately through this journal because something of this reminded me of something I read somewhere else. Just a moment, let me find it.
And it comes to Sam's right.
Sincerely hoping I will find it, God.
It's in your handouts,
It's
right
not
at the bottom.
right at the bottom. A single scorched feather is right at the bottom, so that's not it.
It's 3.1. It starts with.
Nope.
Restart your thingy then.
Be right back.
And it just sort of stands and watches Julian as he goes back to the thing and sort of looks to Tyker and looks to Julian and sort of waggles her eyebrows slightly.
Take a size.
So,
Want to drink?
Julian is holding a rather tattered looking leather bound journal. So yeah, Julian's holding this rather tattered leather bound journal where the pages have been stitched in with bits of leather. So they're kind of like individual sheets that have been put into this book, almost like it's been created, as opposed to a book that someone has just filled in normally.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got it now, Lexi?
I do, yes. It's from it's a journal from somebody called Edmund Westerholm, society member from 1764 to 92. He was one of those that was lost at Oulu.
Yeah.
Right. Listen to what I've got here.
Everyone sit back because there's quite a lot.
On the 12th of May, 1791, my investigations into the ancient practice of soul transference have led me across the sea from England to Sweden. I first heard whispers of this forbidden knowledge from a contact within the society, an elderly scholar who spoke of a healer who had once demonstrated the impossible, the movement of a soul from one vessel to another. Though many dismissed these accounts as folklore, I am certain there is more to this than mere superstition. The records I have found in Uppsala speak of such occurrences in hushed tones, recorded as anomalies rather than truths. I am determined to seek out this woman, to understand the nature of her craft. If such a power exists, then it must be documented, understood, and, if possible, contained. Then there's another one on the 3rd of September, same year. I have found her. After months of searching, the healer exists, though she is elusive. She does not live in one place, but moves between settlements, always just beyond my grasp. The few who will speak of her say she takes no coin, only asks for things of meaning, memories, promises, burdens carried by those she aids. Some say she is Vaesen herself, though I do not believe it. There is something strange about her, yes, but she is flesh and blood. What she does can be learned. If I can only witness it, understand it, perhaps we need not fear death in the way we have before. I will press on. She cannot hide from me forever. And then there is a long one from 2 days afterwards.
No.
No. No, an entire year. Exactly a year later. It was on the 7th night of my travels through the western forests of Värmland that I came upon the most curious and unsettling spectacle. The air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, and the village that had taken me in spoke in hushed tones of a healer who performed miracles beyond comprehension. Naturally, I was compelled to investigate. I found the healer, a woman of indeterminate years, within a clearing lit only by the waning moon. Before her stood a child, weak and feverish, barely clinging to life. Beside the child sat an old dog, whose eyes had an awareness that sent a shudder through my bones. The healer worked quickly, murmuring words in an ancient tongue I could not place. She held in her hands a carved stone, worn smooth by what I can only assume was years of handling. At the precise moment the child's chest fell in what should have been its final breath, the healer passed the stone to its heart. The dog let out a sound, not a whimper, not a bark, but something between the two, something that echoed in my very marrow. The child gasped, breath rushing back into their body, and when their eyes opened, they were not the same. There was something unfamiliar in them, something old. They did not cry out, did not panic. They only stared at their own hands as though seeing them for the first time. The healer turned to me, and in that moment I knew she had sensed my presence from the beginning. The soul must pass in the instant of departure, she said. A vessel cannot remain empty. If life ceases, the form decays, and what enters will find only ruin. But if one soul leaves as another takes its place, the body remains whole. She refused to tell me more. When I pressed her, she simply smiled, as though amused by my arrogance. It is not for men like you to wield, she said. And then she was gone, leaving me alone in the clearing with only the child, who still had not spoken, and the old dog now lying still upon the earth. I know not what I witnessed that night, but I am certain of this. Transfer is possible. Within the right knowledge, the right conditions, and the right moment, it can be done, but at what cost I dare not speculate. 22nd of September, same year. I have reviewed my notes, examined every scrap of information, and one thing is clear. One does not need to be a Vaesen to wield this knowledge. The healer was no spirit, no trickster of the old world. She was human, and yet she performed an act that should be impossible. The key lies in precision. It is not enough to have the means. One must know the exact moment of departure. The soul is like a thread, pulling free from its weave. If one is not there to catch it before it drifts, it is lost forever. I must find the stone she used. If it is the tool of transference, then surely it must hold some property beyond ordinary comprehension. Without it, I fear this knowledge is only half complete. 7th of October, same year. At last I have found what I believe to be the final clue. Rumours have surfaced of an object known as the Seal of Solomon, though I believe the stories of a ring to be misinterpretation. It is not a ring at all, but a stone, smooth and dark, carved with sigils of unknown origin. When used, it is said to leave a burning mark, a seal, upon those who wield its power. I have traced its path through history, from a Templar vault to the hands of alchemists, then to a remote library in Harmosand, where fragments of old manuscripts speak of its purpose. The scholars there are believed to be tools of binding, not of command, and wrote of its power in cryptic tones. If their notes are to be believed, when activated, the object fractures in two, revealing twin seals, one to be placed upon each person involved in the transference. If this is true, then it was never meant to be worn as a ring, but to serve as a bridge between two souls. But this must wait. I believe I am on the track of someone from whom I can learn much. When my work is complete, I must return to Harmosand to see if the records hold more than they first appeared to. If the seal is real, it may be the final piece of the puzzle. 14th of October, same year. At last I have found what I believe to be the final clue. Rumours have surfaced of someone in the northernmost reaches of Sweden, a figure who is said to practice a form of soul transference. Though I have yet to confirm it, the stories are eerily similar to what I've heard before. Could it be that he, too, has learned this forbidden art? Fate has intervened most fortuitously, for I am not the only one travelling north. A group of fellow society members are making their way to Oulu for reasons of their own, and I shall accompany them. If the stories are true, then this journey will mark the culmination of all my work. I will uncover the truth at last. Edmund Westerholm. Now there is a footnote. That's in another hand. Edmund Westerholm perished at the Oulu massacre of 1792. His journal, discovered years later, is one of the last surviving records of his research. A fragment found in society archives suggests he corresponded with members in England, but no full record of these letters remains in Sweden. And that's all I found.
That's all. Not much.
Not much.
Bloody hell. Anna leans back and looks at Maud.
God.
I hope that was enough for your 2 successes.
Well, yes.
So.
By the way, it's in all of your handouts, of course.
So to get
I've got
Ghost, so to get Vanessa out, you would need someone else to die.
It sounds that way, but perhaps if someone was already dying.
Yeah.
She would never want someone to die for her. But if someone was already dying.
I mean, a lot of people do seem to die around us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not wrong.
Perhaps I need to go there to see if there's anything to be found.
I think you mean we, Maud. We'll go with you.
Go where?
Find this woman, find this ring, this seal of Solomon.
If they're still alive.
Yeah. I mean, it was 50 years ago, so maybe not, but
But you never know, they might have left notes. There might be something wherever they were. We might be able to hear something.
And if there's one stone, there may be others.
What do you want to do, Maud?
I'm hearing an echo from someone.
Since we seem to be in one of those brief periods of time where no one is immediately demanding something from us, I don't think I have time to waste.
So where exactly are we heading?
There is a knock at the door to the room.
Anna looks up.
Come in.
I'm sorry to disturb you. I heard that you were talking. I know what you were talking about.
Who's this?
In walks your niece.
Oh, the niece. I thought you said your niece, and I was like,
No,
I
not your
was
niece.
confused. I was like, one of us has a niece?
yeah. He's just living in the castle?
No, the niece.
The secrets are just rolling out of the cupboard today.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Nice.
Ghost goes up to the niece, tail wagging,
Oh.
and niece just starts stroking her.
You heard what we were talking about. What, do you have any input? Do you know anything at all?
I'm aware that some possess the capabilities to do such magics. It's even known that some of my kind can do this.
Really?
At great cost.
Understandable.
It is often fatal to our kind. However, yes, I'm telling them. Shh. Vanessa wants you to know she's okay. Communication
Can
is
you still hear
difficult.
her?
Oh yes, of course I can.
Is she able to tell you what exactly is going wrong with her?
She's got a sore throat, I think you call it.
Oh, ghost! Anna strokes.
Are you serious?
It's the only easy way to say. It's
A metaphysical sore throat, for example.
yeah. There is something that is
Blocking her a bit.
that'd be the words. Yeah.
It could be this being that's been watching us for a while. This judgment person.
If there's
Entity
something
thing.
blocking.
There is an entity that has taken an interest on you at a metaphysical level, then it is possible.
Anna looks between Ghost and Maud, but if something's blocking, that means she's not fading.
Yes.
She's still here.
That is correct.
You have time, Maud.
That is correct.
Mr. Nis, I'm terribly sorry to ask. Would you happen to know anything about something called an Eater of Souls?
Is that the time? I'm sorry, I've got to go.
Oh no, come along. There must be something you can give us. You seem to know a little bit of everything else. Come along. I'll make sure that there are 3 whole bowls of porridge at Christmas.
Oh, that's blackmail.
There'll be honey with them too, and as much sugar as you want.
Cinnamon.
I'm sure it can be arranged.
Oh. The Natran.
That's the one.
You speak of the Natran.
What do you know of him? It, whatever it may be.
Nothing good.
Well, no.
Every so often his name comes up here. In this building. Often hear people in the past. You humans with your funny interests. Every so often, the name Natram appears. It's never good. People leave, never come back. I can try and find out some more if you like.
Yes, please.
That would be incredibly helpful. We would be very much in your debt.
All right. It's my job to keep this place safe, so I guess I'm responsible for you too.
Thank you for seeing us as part of the furniture.
Furniture's easier to keep clean when you're not around. And he disappears.
Oh, mildly threatening, but yay! Anna sort of removes her feet from the sofa.
Promises in exchange for 3 bowls of cinnamon porridge.
I'm sure they will remind us if we forget.
I'm certain they will as well.
Wow.
So anyway,
How do you feel?
Henrik will be back at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably bursting in full of Henrik joy.
Hey, did you guys figure anything out?
Just a few things.
A few things, as it happens.
Oh, yeah.
How was your hypocritical absconding off into who knows where for God knows what?
Well, I wasn't doing who knows where to God knows what. I was responding to this letter. Anyway, after dinner, we're going to head down to the cathedral, all of us.
Oh,
We're not going to mass, are we?
No, we'll skip that. We'll have dinner first.
Okay, that sounds good. Be interested to meet your famous abbot, Henry.
Well, he's very eager to meet you. So what? You were talking to... I saw the niece leave here a moment ago. What's going on?
We catch Henrik up. Ugh.
There we go. Natrum. Got it.
Natrum, yeah.
Right, well, Anna was about to ask when's dinner, but she looks at the time, it's like, oh, it's only 2 o'clock, all right.
Well, you can all relax and chill out and catch your breath and all that sort of stuff. Is there
Is
anything
Sebastian
anybody...
in the room with us?
Yeah.
Is Sebastian in the room?
But Carl's left messages,
yes.
including a question for the niece. But I don't know if that's because he can't speak through the microphone.
If we transfer her... Oh! Sorry, Carl. I didn't see that. If we I'll pretend that Carl asked that Sebastian asked that question.
In the letter.
Sebastian is typing again.
Yeah, and the answer would be yes.
Oh, and Anna hugs Ghost.
Horrid.
Well, Ghost is technically Vanessa.
But she's furry.
Yes.
Sorry, Maud. No.
Vanessa is a furry. Okay.
No. Of course we want her human, right, guys? Anna glares at them.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought of them as sharing the same space. So
Is it now like?
Yes.
So wait, did your animal pass away to give your sister life? Is that what we're?
Yeah. I think that must, without my having realised that is what happened in the moment, it must have been what happened. But according to these journal entries.
Yeah.
Did you have anything like a bizarre unknown stone on you? Julian says cautiously.
I didn't.
It was the niece, wasn't it, who did it?
Yes. So perhaps they didn't need that kind of... Perhaps you only need that sort of channeling if you're a human.
So...
That's a minefield.
Yeah.
Let's eat.
Yes, let's relax and things. Henrik, can I chat to you?
Of course.
Turn around the garden?
What?
A walk around the garden?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. They head out.
Yes, that is very much a phrase they do not have in Canada.
Oh, I see. Henrik's out there.
The
just
one that actually,
turning
the
his
one that actually tripped me up was diary. That still baffles me. We would never say diary for future events. It's either calendar or schedule or schedule if you want to get punched in the face.
Anna nods and is like, yeah, I did want to chat about something Pacific rather than just the English language.
Yes, please.
You have contacts, right, all over sort of Sweden places with your various churches.
Yeah, the Abbey's a huge place. We've had scholars and priests from all of Europe, really. Protestant Europe.
Can you use that to help find Victor? But his surname isn't Coombe. That's just mine.
What is it?
What's his?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one he'll be using at the moment. It varies.
Well, the first place I would start, like tonight, we're going to go talk to the abbot who's here in Uppsala. Yeah. But if we went down to Stockholm, I mean, it's only a 90-minute train ride. We can go to any of the sailors' pubs around there in Sondheim, which is the shitty area where all the sailors live.
It's the shitty area where the sailors live. Thanks, mate. But all right, yeah.
Well, but I mean, like, they don't have a lot of money, is what I'm saying.
Depends how you sail. But yeah.
But yeah, we can go down to Stockholm anytime that you want, and we can swing by. There's the Rusty Anchor, there's the Mermaid's Tail, there's a bunch of other places down there that they would probably know.
Let's make a day trip to Stockholm.
You got it.
Thank you.
And I told you, we got a great cook at the Abbey. We poached him from another restaurant.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, I'm always up for good food.
Well, ready to go. Well, we'll talk to the abbot tonight. I did want to bring up, the chupacabra egg baby, and also the ghost dog is also a girl thing. See if he's got any insight on that.
That sounds good.
But yeah, we can go down tomorrow if you want.
Tomorrow, yeah, that would be brilliant. Let's go tomorrow.
Julian, where are you?
I'm loving the argument that's happening in the chat right now.
Like a screaming for entire castle. Julian!
Oh, do we hear that? What? We come back in. What's going on?
Nothing. I just want to talk to Julian.
Okay.
He disappeared again somewhere.
Oh, Christ. Anna rolls her eyes. Maybe he's in his room?
Like it goes upstairs and knocks on the door.
Julian slopes in from the garden.
And is like, oh, found him, Tyker.
Tyker was looking for me? What for?
I don't know, but she was calling quite insistently. Anna slowly retreats into the camera room.
Where were you, for God's sake?
Nowhere. I was just taking a turn about the castle grounds.
Was he fucking eavesdropping?
Definitely.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Did we
Tyker pulls Julian in and whispers something into his ear.
Colour me interested. What do you whisper exactly? I'm going to need an answer as to what you whisper to my character, please.
Are you going to whisper? I want to know what she's whispering.
Are you going to whisper, or am I just going to sort of?
I tell you what, I have to say, even in my position, I am so pissed off that I can't see what you guys whisper to each other. Right. Okay. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before dinner and going to the cathedral? Or
we need to stop talking about dinner. I'm genuinely getting hungry again.
And
you went out for a meal.
I know.
Where's Henrik right now? Where did he go? Is he still next to us?
I'm assuming.
I'm still, I guess, next to Anna and noticing Julian peeking around the corner listening to our conversation.
I think he's just chatting to Tyker in the hall.
Yeah.
I'm just going to this way, and Anna sort of heads out into the corridor. She's going to try and catch Julian's eye and sort of nod towards sort of the other living room.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more.
Softly do that.
Kind of come this way type of thing?
Yeah, sort of like this way, but just you type head tilt.
Tries to stealthily make that happen.
Okay.
Is Tyker going to follow?
Yes.
Julian, when realizing that the three of us are in here, suddenly feels very trapped.
And it's like, well, okay. And just sort of closes the door with the three of them in there and goes, Julian?
Yes?
What did you do with green stone from the giant?
I still have that. I was going to ask for us to, at some point, hopefully when Henrik had forgotten all about it, decide what we should do with it.
Do you want me to hide it with the others, or...?
Is that a place where Henrik doesn't know where it is?
At the moment, yes, he hasn't found it yet, but she's also going to slightly side-eye Tyker. Are you going to tell him about this, Tyker?
Yes,
this is very awkward.
Don't worry, Bastian. It's all
Why
in
we
hand.
hiding stuff from each other? You were the one talking about being open and shit.
I just think Henrik's a little bit of a danger.
There's being open, and then there's not knowing when to shut up.
You know who he was with like the ship rigging and stuff. He can't help himself. He sees something and he wants to.
It's a little much, and I think just something quite as important as this. Fair enough, he knows that we have it, but not having it immediately accessible by him might be good for now. Good for now.
Okay, but may I point out that Anna was ready and eager to use the stone on her presumably dead friend when there was a need for it.
But I think that's a little unfair.
All of us as
Miss Gu
impulses,
was
is what I'm saying.
She was in
All
a
of
state
us
of
as
extreme
impulses.
upset at the moment.
Exactly.
No, hang on a moment. Don't take that tone with me. This is absolutely something that I could understand. Would I be in that situation?
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
What?
You are the Mr. Impulse around here.
We would impulse. I would have done that with however much thought that took behind it. It's
We
different.
don't know what it,
From
what would it do, how does it work. I mean,
God, yes. That's slightly different again. So, Ms. Coombe, I'll surrender it to your safekeeping. I think if you and Maud know where it is, you seem like the most sensible. Possibly Sebastian, but I get the impression that you could tell Sebastian he'd forget a few moments later.
Very possibly.
In that sense, it is therefore probably quite safe.
Yeah. We'll just get him to put it somewhere safe, then none of us will know where it is.
Tyker lets out a heavy sigh.
What?
Nothing.
If you have
That's
something
how
to
you want
say it now.
Say what? Julian is looking literally everywhere but at either of them.
Yes, Tyker?
I'm going to my room.
Yes, I sadly don't think there is much to discuss. And Julian says this with a note in his voice of sadness but resignation.
Anna sort of shakes her head at the parrot and is like, you know, life would be simpler if we just talked a little more. She says,
I could not agree more.
If you don't like our plan, say something. Don't just be silent.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Taika. Don't
I don't like your plan. I think it's stupid. I think we should stick together as a team because who knows what's going to happen to whom.
We are trying to do that. The fact is that Henrik is just a bit of a loose cannon. God alone knows how he gets people.
Everyone is a loose cannon here, for God's sake. We're a bunch of weirdos from all over the continent.
Well, if something does happen to me, they're in the castle. I'll say that much.
And Maud knows.
So give it to Algert or something.
Maud doesn't. Anna sort of looks a bit awkward. Maud doesn't actually know where they are yet. Not
So
that
it's
I
only
trust
you
her.
who knows where they are.
I sort of kept this one a little bit to myself.
I see. Maybe we should come up with some kind of safe system instead, where more than one person has to have a key in order to unlock them.
Anna sort of looks at Taika and is like, I'm not sure all of us need a key to get into places.
Point taken.
So much trust around here.
There is when some of us give these stones to Henrik. I just saw on his head.
Being able to see him on camera is hilarious.
Just the sadness. Pretty toys he could play with and cause general destruction.
He's a priest, for God's sake.
And yet.
And he's faffing around with rigging.
And magic. He wants to learn magic. I'm not quite sure
Love it.
what's happened there, but something's gone.
I want magic.
What do you think he's going to do with that magic, for God's sake?
I didn't know it, Henrik.
Cool stuff.
That's the problem.
A lot of cool stuff, probably.
What do you
You're
think
gonna
he's
look
do
at it and
when
be
he
like, "That's
learns
awesome." Thanks.
Well,
If anybody
Taika
remembers
goes
at
to
the end
hell.
of this campaign, when we are finished, I will tell you why Henrik can't learn magic.
Is it because
Well, he was going to ask the abbot
he's
tonight,
human
actually.
and it's
Oh, is he?
troll
Okay.
magic by
Yeah.
any remote chance?
He's got 3 good questions for the abbot tonight.
very good.
Right.
So,
So is there anything else anyone wants to do?
no, so does Julian have the stone on him now, or is he going to give
No,
it
I
to
don't.
later?
It's not.
It's safe
happening.
somewhere else at the moment.
It's safe at the moment. Yes.
Okay, I will get it from you at some point when she sort of slightly awkwardly looks like it up just later, and she's going to quickly leave the room.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do, or can we fast forward to your meeting with the abbot?
Let's go to the
Because
abbot.
I'd love to try and get that in before we finish.
Yeah, to the
Let's-
abbot. Let's go.
Let's
Into the road.
So when you get to the cathedral later on that evening, you are. Hang on, I'm sure I've got a. You are shown into a lovely, warm room at the back, and there's nice candlelight. Quite an ornate room. Surprise, surprise for the church. You know, who would have thought there'd be golden shit everywhere? And a nice fire. And stood by a desk is.
Ooh, hello,
this
matey.
gentleman.
Abbot Ephraim Korp. This is the abbot of Sondheim, presumably.
Indeed.
May I introduce him? May I introduce all of you? This is Captain Anna Combe.
Anna holds out
From
her hand
the-
and looks to Henrik, being like, "Do we shake Abbott's hands? Is that?"
Yeah, you call him. By the way, it's Reverend Father would be the best way to address him. Just before we get there, Reverend Father is what you would call him.
Reverend Father. Anna holds out her hand.
Oh,
Captain Anna Combe, the accomplished Maud Martin, Taika Capella, Sebastian Talbot and our Dr. Julian Summersby. This is the Right Reverend Ephraim Corp, Abbot of Sondheim.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
My friend and mentor.
Ah, well, I have to say, to see you all in person is... You don't quite look how I imagined, but wonderful nonetheless. He walks up to Anna and says, "You are the captain."
Yes.
A rare thing indeed. A woman at the helm of her own destiny. Tell me,
Yes.
what drives you? Is it the sea itself or the freedom that it brings?
Anna sort of looks at him and is like, both? I mean, if you're stood on a deck of a ship, I feel like once you've done that, what else is better?
I guess when you give yourself to the Lord, it is very slightly different, but it is, I guess, in the right conditions at sea, it is almost like being close to our Heavenly Father. I do kind of understand what you mean. It is an experience like no other. Yes.
Indeed.
It's a captain's duty, though. It's not an easy one at all.
No.
You must carry your crew, their fates resting in your hand. The sea offers no mercy. It cannot be an easy thing to do.
It's not.
They say some people take to the sea to escape their past. Do you believe it is something that someone can sail away from, or somehow does it always find its way back shore? What think you?
I think the sea gives a second chance. I think it makes you part of a team, and sort of let anything else go.
He looks surprised and smiles. Well, the sea can be a cruel master, so I understand it.
More of a mistress, I'd say.
Indeed. Forgive me. I forget sometimes that modern way of phrasing things can change. It takes what it pleases and never returns what it has claimed. But sometimes things aren't always as lost as they appear to be. Do you miss it?
Very much.
The call of the water.
It's not quite the same on land. It's a bit still for my liking.
I have heard this many times from people. I totally understand that as a concept. Yes. You are a remarkable woman. I do not say that very often.
Anna is looking more and more uncomfortable about how much this abbot is talking to her, and she's nodding along. Yes.
If people want to give me a learning roll,
go on, let's give it a go.
Henrik doesn't need to, but everyone else can.
Oh, Anna got something more got to.
I got nothing. Damn it.
Tiger shoe.
Okay, so Sebastian got 2. So those of you that passed will realise that he is doing something he's very used to doing. He is a man in a high position with the church, and he is used to audiences and people being brought for him to meet. So talking to people about themselves is this is the sort of thing that it's kind of like bread and butter to him.
And I have told them that he is a clever and insightful man.
Yes.
He turns to Taika next.
And it takes a grateful step sideways.
Miss Kilpella. That's a Finnish name, I believe. It is
You are correct.
very good to see you. So, are you not the lady that Henrik employed when he first went finding his way to Uppsala? You are the detective, isn't that not correct?
Yes, that's right.
A seeker of truth. What a noble cause. I find truth can so often be unkind, though. Tell me, have you ever uncovered something secret and regretted it afterwards?
More than once, I'm afraid.
Yes, in your line of work, you do get to see the darkest parts of humanity.
Reverend Father is what you call him.
Do you think, both as a woman and as a detective, and he sort of leans into her quite slyly, as if like a confidence type thing. Do you think all men are corruptible in the end?
I suppose so.
Interesting. A seeker of truth, and yet, well, truth can be a cruel master. It never actually asks us if we are ready to learn of it or not.
Amen.
Some people are chosen by fate to see the world as it truly is. I guess that is why you are all here. Because you are all in the capability and have that ability to see the world in this way. There is something to be said for those who live their lives looking over their shoulder. They see dangers that others never quite recognize. Do you not think that's true? But tell me, Miss Golpella, when does the hunted become the hunter?
I'm sorry?
When does the hunted become the hunter? I joke with you. It's fine. Like our captain here, you are away from home. Do you ever dream of home? Do you ever miss it?
Of course. Of course, it's a place I hold dearly to my heart, but you could say fate made it so I ended up here. And I will fulfill my mission, wherever it takes me.
A very noble cause indeed. And the last of our ladies, an author. It is a very noble thing to create, to give breath to words, to shape the minds of others. Tell me, is it okay if I call you Maud?
Of course.
Do you believe that stories can change? or are they written the moment they begin?
I believe our stories are always changing, aren't they?
Interesting. Well, you of all people must recognize and understand the power of a well-crafted narrative. But when you write, do you find the ending is always waiting for you, or do you believe it can be changed? I'm always intrigued as to the creative process.
I think it depends on the stories you're trying to tell, but certainly not all tales are told until you reach the end.
I've often wondered that about writing. Do you find that your characters have minds of their own? That no matter how you guide them, they will still make mistakes that you've not anticipated?
Sometimes, yes.
I guess sometimes stories are shaped more by the teller than the truth. Would you say that's true in life as well?
I think stories are a reasonable reflection of life. So yes. Do you write, Abbott?
Aside from letters and the odd sermon, I am afraid not. My capabilities lie in far different realms. I really wish I could find the time to do such things. I did used to dabble in art. I used to find it very relaxing to do painting. Yes.
But not any longer?
Well, when I have the time, maybe if I have an odd day or so at the Abbey, but as I was saying to your wonderful colleague Henrik earlier today when I spoke with him, things seem to be changing very quickly at the moment. My specific talents, shall we say, seem to be being called and in demand more and more frequently, as I believe is the same for you all here.
Yes. Yes.
And you must be the English nobleman, Sebastian Talbot. Huh. It has been a very, very long time since I last set foot in England. I don't often get to meet people such as yourself. Like you, I was fortunate, shall we say, with my heritage, where I came into the world. People don't realize that privilege can be quite a weight, is it not? People believe it makes life easy, but it's just a burden more than anything else. Do you not find?
This is freaking delicious. I love this.
Did you say that out loud?
No,
or is this
no,
is
I do
a
not.
side comment of Lexi's?
This is a Lexi's side comment. Forgive me.
Anna is definitely rolling her eyes at this, what the Abbott's saying. So
It would almost be useful, Sebastian, if you could go into another room and use someone else's mic. All of us has our own responsibilities in many ways. The party, like yourself, are shepherds in our way. Oh! Beautifully put. Are you sure you are too? I'm not a writer of some description. Yes, I couldn't have really put it better myself. Do you ever find, when you enter a room, if people truly see you, or is it the idea of you that people witness? I'm on tenterhooks.
He's got a hell of a line to beat, to be fair.
I fear you are correct. There must always be positions in life. People need to have something that they can aim for. They need to have a goal to give them the desire to continue. And I fear people such as you and I, that is often our place in life. Fortune is such a strange thing. Do you not find? So many believe that it favors the deserving, but those who truly know it understand it's never about merit. As somebody that is part of this way of life with a society, do you believe that the dead watch the living? Or do you think they move on, unburdened by what they leave behind? A very valid point. Henrik and I have worked in... I'm sorry if I'm sharing secrets that you have not yet shared with them, Henrik. But Henrik and I have worked for many years in exorcism. And it is a question that I have often asked myself and asked of God as to whether or not this is a thing. I wonder if one day I shall find an absolute answer to that question. But, Doctor, you have been very quiet.
I say to him as he greets Julian, and Julian does not speak Danish, is that correct? Or do you speak Danish or German?
I speak German.
But not Danish?
But not Danish.
Okay, so I say as he approaches our Dr. Julian Summerby, I said, "This is the Chupa Chupa egg baby." In Danish.
To be fair, does Chupa Chupa Chupacabra, is that... Don't we just understand that word? No matter what language you're speaking in.
I will look up the Danish word for egg baby. I will post it in our chat. That's yours. That's yours forever. Continue.
So, Doctor, you have been very quiet. From all I have heard of you from Henrik, I am surprised at this. But please, don't take offense.
No, not taken at all. I was just wondering how you were going to press me for certain particulars about my life. Was it going to be the burden of my position? Or was it going to be something about fixing the right physic to the correct malady?
Julian! Please.
Please what?
A bit of respect.
It's... Henrik, please, it's absolutely fine. I was simply observing. As you yourself have been, after all, it is always the healers who observe the most, is it not?
Quite right.
Do you find that people change through the years?
People change?
Yes. You know, the mind forgets, the body weakens, that kind of thing.
I find generally that people tend to remain, on the whole, more or less as they are.
So you don't think the soul changes?
I think most changes that are perceivable are superficial.
How interesting. Henrik told me you were a fascinating fellow, and
Thank
now
you.
I understand why.
I find you a fascinating fellow in that you've put up with Henrik for so long.
He is a very dedicated man, very
That's
passionate in his follow and work for God.
one way of saying he is quite a character.
Oh, but aren't we all? I don't think any of us can pursue our respective careers without having a certain zeal and zest, I believe is how you would say it in English.
Very well put.
In the oldest of days, men didn't fear death, but being left uncounted afterwards. The body wearies, the mind wanders, and the soul is where true age lies. You are a man who has seen death's mirror. This Vardoja incident is absolutely fascinating.
Yes. That was
Do you feel more whole now that there is only one of you?
It's given me a certain perspective on life and how I live it, I suppose. I wouldn't say that I was any more or less whole before or after. It was a strange experience, though.
I was about to say a strange thing. To stand face to face with oneself. To see another bearing your name, and your voice, and your shape. It must have been a most peculiar thing.
Well, the worst thing was it was living a life that was similar to what I might have done and yet dissimilar at the same time.
Do you think he shared your soul? Or was that still yours? I mean, when you split, I cannot get my mind around how that would work.
Neither can I.
Was he his own unique being?
The closest I can think of it is like he was almost a sort of bastard son that wasn't my fault.
Please tell me if I am being too personal, Doctor.
It's quite all right.
Again, this is really through my interest, through the work I do with exorcism. Did you feel it? That moment when any one of you remained? That instant when the world decided, for want of a better phrase?
Are you asking me what I felt or whether I felt?
No. Did you feel it?
Yes, in a way. I couldn't put my finger on exactly what. It was completely unique, but yes, of course.
And since then, does time feel the same for you?
Time and I have a very strange relationship.
That was not an answer I was expecting. Versucht hat niemals aufgehört zu sein.
I will understand that genuinely as Lexi if I see that written down, but didn't understand what you said then, Andrew. Not gonna lie.
Totally got it. I didn't actually, but...
Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Interesting. A very understandably Christian perspective.
You have, over this last few months, nearly a year, I guess, you have all given me so much to think on. It is genuinely a rare pleasure to meet such a fascinating group. Henrik, my son, you have done so well to surround yourself with such remarkable individuals.
I trust them, Father, and I hope they trust me.
It is a rare thing, and he looks at all of you. It is a rare thing to find such company united in purpose. I wonder, Henrik.
Julian can't help himself and sort of leans in towards Hannah and said, around Henrik, definitely, it's extraordinary.
Anna,
You
who's
get a
just shifting awkwardly at the whole, trust each other, is like.
You get a raised eyebrow from the abbot. That I wonder, Henrik, was it fate that brought you all together, or something more? What are your thoughts?
Well, fate is just what is thrown in our path, in our everyday life, on God's earth. Destiny is something much more. It's what we put together like the bricks of a house every day of our lives.
You have always been a man of great conviction. A shepherd must understand his flock, after all.
I try.
He looks at you all, and he tries to make eye contact with all of you.
Anna avoids eye contact.
Okay. There is strength in standing alone, but greater strength in guiding others to something greater than themselves. All things come in time. I still cannot believe you are all so different, and yet it's a remarkable thing, bonds forged in adversity. I have met many who stand together in times of need, but so few who appear to remain so unshaken by it. A thing like this is, well, true unity is not so easily broken. You will all hold on to one another, whether you realize it or not. Can I ask you all to give me an observation roll? It's interesting that none of you have asked for a roll at any point in this, but
It feels like he's quite trustworthy.
Yeah, like I believe he's trustworthy. I've grown up with him.
Anna got shit, Mog got shit, Taika got 3, Julian got shit,
Bugger all.
Sebastian 1.
okay. Taika. I very much appreciate you all taking the time to come and see me today, especially after the hardships I am sure you have. Yes, I would roll it, Sebastian.
The abbot is wealthy. Papa.
No, okay. I fear I have taken enough of your time, and I don't want to keep you from recharging your batteries. There are reasons, obviously, why I have asked to meet you all. Henrik, I trust implicitly, but there are some strange things afoot. And I fear that I may have need of all of you and your help. I am not sure if I can manage it all by myself.
What for exactly?
Things seem to be changing, and I don't understand why. I seem to be getting called out more and more for exorcisms, and I'm not always sure that an exorcism is really what is needed. Does that make sense?
Well, you know that we had a few that were not real exorcisms, mental health. The hoax we had in Prussia,
What hoax?
it was a hoax and exorcism. They're trying to get money.
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. He is talking about his and my previous experiences.
Yeah, this was like 6 years ago. It was a hoax in Prussia. They made it look like an exorcism. They're trying to get people to come and visit and charge money for it.
No, I fear it is not even that. It isn't necessarily that I get there, and it doesn't seem to be that there is a person who has been possessed by the devil. There seems to be other things going on. It's one of the reasons why I asked Henrik to find out more about this society.
For you, Father, what do you think Vaesen are?
I think there are a great number of things in this world that the Lord God, in his blessed wisdom, keeps from simple humans, because it is not possible for our minds to necessarily be able to comprehend all things.
Why do you think Christian symbols work against them, or some of them?
Do you find, Captain, or have you found, as you travelled, that there are men who have great goodness within them?
Yes.
And do you not also find men with great evil and great harm coming from within them?
Yes.
Why cannot Vaesen be the same?
So you're saying Christian symbols only work on them if they're evil?
I do not know the answer myself. This is my own personal theory.
I see.
God gives me my strength. He enables me to go forth and face the evils of this world. He touches his cross. It's around his neck. This is my strength, my power. If it is my strength and my power, then is it not plausible that it is someone else's weakness?
Anna just sort of nods and thinks to herself.
Henrik, I thank you for arranging this, for bringing your companions to me. How do you think?
Course.
How do you think your journey together has shaped you all?
It's definitely changed us all. And, well, our communication has somewhat increased, I believe. Molded. Yeah, okay. While some of us still hold secrets, I think we have become closer as a team.
He nods, and he looks at Julian, and he says, you are fortunate to have a man like Henrik at your side.
Am I?
He's always understood the weight of sacrifice.
A weight of sacrifice? What exactly has he sacrificed?
Oh, Anna's going to just grip Julian's arm and be like, mate.
No, we were talking about some of us holding back secrets. Surely part of this sacrifice might be part of Henrik's secret.
I'm pretty sure I was quite clear as to what happened and what got me to this point.
That is not a sacrifice, that is an unfortunate event. What exactly did you mean, sir?
We all have the potential. We all have the opportunities. Henrik could potentially, he has the capability to be leading a very easy life within the church. He could raise himself up to a much higher position, but he chooses instead to work, what is the term, on the coalface.
I see. So his sacrifice is to slog it with the rest of us. I'll remember that next time he wants any kind of favour from me.
Anna steps on Julian's foot.
Ow!
Thank you, Henrik.
I just know what people stand to lose.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Julian looks off and says nothing.
You're getting it.
Oh, Tyker looks at Julian with a lot of judgment.
It's a strange thing, time. It carries us forward and yet leaves so much behind. People change, places fade, and yet some things persist. Some threads do not break no matter how many years have passed. But what are the ties between us as individuals? Are we shaped, Doctor, by the choices we make, or by the paths already laid before us?
I don't believe in the latter.
You don't believe in fate?
No.
Or predetermination?
Neither.
It is good. Because I think people who believe in predetermination and fate can all too easily give up. Some bonds are forged in fire, after all, and others in blood, and some seem to be inevitable. Is that not fate? Is that not destiny?
I think you're attributing something quite noble to circumstance. But I respect your dedication to that train of thought. It simply happens not to run in parallel with mine.
I can respect that. You are a man of learning who has, from what I understand, experienced things that most of us never will. I really hope at some other time that maybe we can speak more on this Vardoja. I have, in all my years, never come across one of those before. I have heard their tales.
And neither had I, my friend. Neither had I.
Anyway.
Anna gives
I say in Danish, that's exactly what a Vardoger would say.
What was that,
Anna gives
Anna?
Henrik a sideways look, wondering just how much he's been sharing with this abbot about what they've been up to.
A bit.
Anyway, it has been an honor to meet you all. And if people want to give me an observation roll, they can. Purely choice.
Oh, please tell me he's got a tail.
A tail?
Tail.
You mean a tail?
No,
Or
a tail.
tail?
A tail. I would love it if he turned out to be a troll.
Little horns poke out.
So Henrik got 3,
I got
Julian
1.
passed, Anna passed. So all of those of you who passed can tell that he's genuinely happy to have met you all. So he's being very, very serious. It has been an absolute honor to meet you all. He holds his hand out to Sebastian, and it's a very traditional, firm handshake. He says, "You carry a great name. Be proud of it." He turns to Maud and he says, "Stories shape the world. Don't stop writing." And then he offers you his hand.
Maud shakes it.
"I would be intrigued to know how you would write this meeting." And he laughs. He inclines his head towards Taika and offers his hand.
Taika also shakes it.
Henrik is right about you. I don't think you take things at face value, do you? And he smiles.
And she smiles back.
He pauses for a moment and then holds his hand out to Julian. "Doctor."
Sir? And Julian just takes his hand briefly.
"Captain." And he stands in front of you. "May your compass always point true."
Thank you, Father. She holds out her hand.
Shake, shake, shake. And then he turns to Henrik. We will speak again soon, my son.
Will you have time before you leave Uppsala? I did have a couple of issues that I did wish to speak to you about.
I am due to leave in the morning, but if you wish to stay for a moment...
I will.
Anna's going to look between Henrik and the Albert.
You can stay. I was going to ask about...
Can I speak to you for a moment
stuff.
outside, Henrik?
Sure, yes.
Anna's going to pull him out of the cathedral into the alley? I don't know what's beside the cathedral.
Yeah, whatever's decided. Yeah.
Have a quick look around to make sure they're not overheard.
Yeah. What is it?
Henrik, you know you can't mention the Tempest to him, yeah?
I don't know anything about the fucking Tempest because you haven't told me.
Okay, good. Just keep it that way, yeah?
I will. I was going to ask about Natram, aka the Eater of Souls, and I was going to ask why I can't learn troll magic were my main questions. And also if he thinks Julian is a chupacabra or not.
Don't pull at that thread.
I'm just going to ask it if he
If
he thinks that that's likely.
But what are you going to do if
Well, I'll tell you is what I would do, actually.
Don't. I don't
You don't want to know?
No.
All right.
We have one Julian. Let's not question it.
I think I am still going to continue to question it. I mean, I hope it's not the case.
What are you going to do if you find out?
I don't know. I'll tell you, though. How about that?
Don't. Because I'm not sure what I would do. And
Nor I. I don't know what I would do either.
So can we drop it?
Well, no. I'm still going to ask him if he knows anything about chupacabras. Yeah.
Okay. But thank you.
We should know. We have to know.
I don't think we do. I really don't think we need to know. I think let's just take this one and call it a win and not.
Okay.
But you won't mention the Tempest, yes?
I doubt he would know anything even about sailing ships. We're going to go down to Stockholm tomorrow anyway, right?
Yes, we are, but just you and me, yeah, Henrik? This isn't...
Yeah, just you and me.
To put in your letters or things.
I will not write anything about the Tempest in any letters.
Thank you. Confessions are all private, yeah? You don't just sort of...
This wasn't a confession. You didn't say anything. But yes, I will not write anything about the Tempest in any letters. But I'd like to know more about it from you. Yeah.
Maybe when you prove you can be trusted with it.
Okay.
So while they're out, am I able to actually just talk to the abbot?
Yeah, if you stay behind.
I have. So what exactly is Henrik's role in Among Us? I'm assuming that you sort of sent him to us, yes?
To us? You mean to the society?
Yes.
Yes, kind of. It was a suggestion. I had heard tales of the society and wanted to find out if it still existed.
Well, we do.
Well, yes, clearly. Although my understanding is that you are the first people in this area for quite some time, from what Henrik has said. So you're all kind of restarting the society, I suppose. And what I was really hoping is that he would be able to influence the society to help us doing God's work.
I can't speak for the society, of course, but what exactly is God's work?
To keep evil at bay. You must have noticed how times are changing, not just here in Sweden, but in your own country.
I wouldn't know. I've lived in quite some time.
Oh, I see.
I've spent some time in Germany, some France, and now I'm here.
Well,
I was in Denmark for a little while, couldn't get the knack of the language, and it's very flat. I don't like places that are flat.
I would understand that. Yes, it is a very desolate place.
Up against things that are flat.
There's a bit of Lexi leaking through there.
There's a bit of Lexi leaking through. What is this countryside? It's just flat. What kind of countryside do you call that?
Oh, come on. We loved Denmark when we went there.
We did a little bit, but, flat.
It was flat. Yeah, it was flat.
Come on, I grew up right by the Derbyshire Hills. Flat. Anyway.
There is intense greed in the world. This industrialization. People seem to be forgetting how they should be. At peace with God.
You'll forgive me for saying that God does not always come across as a particularly peaceful being.
Yes. Yes, there is quite a bit of smiting in the Bible.
Quite right. He also has a very particular agenda that at times doesn't seem to make much sense, and someday, I've no doubt, Reverend Father, I would be very interested if you and I could sit down, have a drink, and you could explain some of the finer points to me, but...
What is it you say? Tit for tat.
Very well.
I look forward to it, Doctor. It has been most enlightening to meet you, and it is unusual for me to meet a man who is so forthright.
He did meet Henrik, though.
This is my upbringing.
Well, yeah, there is that.
We come back into the room on that line.
Yes, I think so.
Anna is, do you notice Anna's pointedly not looking at him as they come back in?
Pointedly not looking at Julian.
Yeah, she's not making eye contact with him.
Julian fricking notices.
Julian.
Okay.
Father, before we go, there's been
Please,
a matter
because I would like to go to bed.
Excellent. Father, before we go, there's been a matter... Well, I thought he had a quest for us.
Not yet.
Okay. Father, there's one issue I have to bring up before we go. It appears that the society has been targeted by an entity. We've heard it called Natram. We've heard it called the Eater of Souls. We've seen it as a gaunt figure staring at us from our dreams, and we've seen it as a green-eyed crow. It seems to be targeting the society members.
So as you talk, he walks behind his desk and sits down and gets a piece of paper and a quill. And starts scribbling.
Natram. I'm not sure how to spell that. but it seems to have been targeting the society members, and it seems that this has happened before.
I see. What
It is-
have you heard about this Natram?
Well, so far we've felt it. It's been hiding in our dreams, and at one point it even took us. We were staying at an inn in this other town, and all of a sudden we were back in the castle, and then we went through a void door. It seems to be watching us, judging us from the past. And Linnea, she told us a little bit more about it, but we still don't understand exactly what's happening with this.
You're saying that this, I'm assuming it's a Vaesen?
It's some sort of entity, yeah. Translated is the Christian term. It translated us because we were confirmed that it actually took us to another location. It actually translated us to another location.
This sounds like a very troubling development. It would require a being of extraordinary power to be able to physically move you from one location to another.
And it has been haunting our dreams.
Haunting of dreams is something that we have dealt with before, Henrik. I mean, this is something that happens within a lot of exorcism.
But it's there. We were physically moved. It does have a corporeal presence somewhere. And Eater of Souls doesn't sound good to me in general.
It most certainly sounds like something to be very concerned about. I concur. But I have to say this word Natram is not one that I am familiar with. I will have a look in our records back at the Abbey. Maybe at some point you should come to the Abbey and make use of our files. See if there is anything in the records there.
Well, we were planning on coming down to Stockholm the next 2 days, actually.
We were?
Okay.
Anna and I was, yeah.
Well, I will not be at
Julian
the
sort
Abbey.
of glares a bit at Anna.
I will not be at the Abbey for the foreseeable, unfortunately. I have to travel to Gothenburg next. But I should be back in the new year, and
I realised there was
open
music
up
for
the
that.
records to you, and I will be able to open up the records to you at that point.
Well, thank you. We'll see what we can find at the library. Sorry, what?
When Henrik said they were going to Stockholm, Anna pointed, looks at him and was like, "Mate, no," like thing.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that was going to be a secret. Sorry.
Julian sort of...
What did they literally just talk about outside? She's like...
Julian sort of sidles up behind Anna and is like, Stockholm? What's that about?
Later, she's going to mutter to him and just sort of glare a little bit at Henrik and not quite look at Julian.
Okay, my bad. All right. Is everyone else still here? I wanted to ask him a question in private.
I mean, we can leave, Henrik. We can go back home.
All right. I'll see you guys back at the castle.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's all otherwise return to the castle.
Sleep well.
Good night, Reverend Father.
And Julian.
Yes.
I look forward to our meeting and having that conversation.
Myself as much. Goodbye, Henrik. See you later.
I'll be back soon.
Don't make it too soon.
Oh, dear. Oh, fucking hell. Are they going to get back in the carriage?
Do we have a carriage? It's just up the street. It's like 20 minutes away.
Oh, I feel like we took the... Are we walking? What did we do? Did we walk? Did we take the carriage?
You could hail a cab if you wanted one.
And I was just wondering if we had brought one. If we hadn't, that's fine. We'll walk. Anna's sort of glowering a little bit as they head off up the street, and glancing back at Henrik with his frickin' abbot.
Julian's got a big smile on his face.
What are you grinning at?
I don't know what you mean, Miss Coombe.
She narrows her eyes at him.
What?
Just... All right. You carry on.
Do yourself a favour. If you hear anyone crying out in the night tonight, just... Everything's fine. Just carry on sleeping.
And it's like... Wait... What?
Julian says nothing else.
Anna looks at Tiger and is like, did you guys reconcile?
What? No, 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 no! Julian's face is bright red. What on earth? Where did you get that? No! How did you... For God's sake, I forgot you're a sailor!
I'm sorry, the grin threw me. What?
That's fine.
I'm so sorry, Julian.
Julian cannot look at Tyker the entire rest of the way home.
Who's crying out then?
No, forget it. Never mind. It was just a... I don't know. Let's never speak of this again.
Anna is greatly enjoying how flustered Julian is by this whole encounter.
So, Henrik, you are alone with the abbot.
I ask him 2 questions. Number 1, Abbot, do you is Dr. Summerby a chupacabra? What do you think? Was it did it last? Is this thing the chupacabra, or is this our original Julian? What do you think?
How am I supposed to be able to determine such a thing?
I don't know.
I mean, this is the first time that I have met Julian. I mean, he seems very forthright, which is how you have described him from the beginning.
Yes.
He is definitely strong-minded and opinionated, as you have described him.
Unfortunately, yes, that's absolutely correct. Yeah.
He certainly seems to hold his cards close to his chest. But I don't sense deception. But does that mean...
don't.
But does that mean he is or isn't? Would we know? How would we know at this point? And
that's a question I've been dealing with since the incident.
So, my question to you, Henrik.
Yes.
Is, does it matter?
I don't know. That's the other question I've been grappling with since the incident.
If you are certain that one has gone and one remains, does it matter? Is the Julian that is with you beneficial to your cause? Does he...
So far, 50-50.
Does he assist?
Yeah. Once in a while, yeah.
You're so lucky Julian's gone.
Is he, though?
The other question, Father, is I read in a book, we were given the opportunity, I told you about the trolls in the bog. and they offered to teach us troll magic, but I read in a book that a man of God cannot actually learn Vaesen magic.
Yeah, I have heard such things.
Why is that?
If you find the answer, please tell me. As you know, while I am familiar with the existence of Vaesen, I haven't spent that much time myself specifically investigating and looking into such things. My time is taken up with exorcisms and God's work. But
do you see any reason why that would be the case? Because it says explicitly that as a priest I would not be able to learn it. And I don't know why that would be.
Is magic inherently against the will of God?
Right. That's what I was asking.
Is it a conflict of faith?
If it is something God put into the world to be used,
did God put it into the world, or is it from the devil?
Well, you were just talking that the Vaesen are not necessarily satanic beings.
Do all Vaesen use magic?
No.
Okay. These are just questions I am posing to you. Questions I can assure you I have asked myself previously when I discovered this information myself. I have yet to find an answer. Maybe during your encounters, as you get to know Vaesen better, as you learn more, maybe you will find an answer.
Well, this is why I continue to record our adventures and also write you, Father. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed meeting my comrades. Most of them. They're mostly all right.
It was my pleasure. They are fascinating people, and I can assure you, I will be in touch as soon as I have need. As Please. I said in our meeting, there will potentially be a time.
And anything you can do about this Eater of Souls or Natrum, because I believe it grows even closer every day. I think we are its target, and I don't like to be in that position.
When I am back at the Abbey in the new year, I shall avail myself of my records that I have there, and as I said, we can arrange for you to do so.
Thank you. Oh shit! I just lost the audio. Sorry.
Have you? Can you not hear me?
Now I can hear you. Go back.
I said, I can't remember. I said something, but I'm so tired.
Okay. Sounds cool though. Thank you for all of your effort, Abbott. Wherever your travels take us, we really need that information. That's the most. We may go back down to the Abbey soon and visit Anders Backupson, the assistant librarian that the team met before.
Backupson. Yes, if you have an opportunity to, I'm sure, because he won't have access to my personal records.
Right. But any help you can give us, that would be great.
Yeah, of course.
It was so nice to see you again, sir.
As always, the pleasure is mine, Henrik.
I give him a deep hug.
He squeezes your ass.
Okay.
Does he?
No, he doesn't.
That's shit fun.
Right.
We put another level on our relationship.
Yeah. Just love letters he keeps writing back to the Abbey.
Henrik, do you
Yeah.
always carry your mitre in your pocket? Or are you just pleased to see me?
I'm just happy to see you. Okay. All right.
And on that. So, Henrik returns to the castle. Is there anything anybody else wants to do that night? Or shall we be to bed?
Adjourn.
Where was Julian sneaking off to?
Yes, Andrew, where was Julian sneaking off to?
Well, I mean, you could be vigilant and see if you noticed him doing stuff, or maybe Anna just went off and did her own thing anyway.
What? Who's noticing what?
Who? What? Well, you asked me where Julian was sneaking off to, and I said, well, if you wanted to do a vigilance check to see if you were keeping an eye on him, or
I feel
you
like
may have decided that you weren't.
I feel like I was. We were like walking beside each other. I clearly was very paying attention to Julian.
I'm assuming Andrew's clued you in. He hasn't sent anything to me.
No, he clued me in. Anna literally just bursts out laughing in the middle of the corridor and then carries on and leads Julian to it. Yeah, good work.
So, is there anything anyone else wants to do, or we can do?
While Henrik's out, Julian, Anna is going to knock on the door where Julian is and be like, chuck us the stone while Henrik's out, would you? I'll go pop it with the others.
Right, fine. Here you go. Look after it. I'm trusting you.
Always. Anna's going to take it back up to her room.
Okay. Fine. Nobody else wants to do anything that night?
Just go to bed.
Okay. So, when everyone goes to bed, everything is quiet for a moment, and then suddenly there is a noise from Henrik's room. As Henrik gets into bed and lays down on top of a dozen eggs.
What? I'd look in them for a green gemstone.
No.
No, all right.
No gemstone.
Thanks.
Okay.
Whoever that was, I throw the blanket into the hallway. I just throw it on the hallway floor.
So, development points.
Mm.
Did you play at least one scene in the headquarters? Yes. Did you encounter a new type of Vaesen?
Yeah.
Yes.
We did.
Did you visit a place of magic?
Yes.
Yes. Were you subjected to magic?
We damn well were, really. Literally, people came back to life all around us.
You weren't subjected to it, though, personally. So,
Well, but Taika had a vision thing. Is that not magic?
no. Fine.
It was a dream.
Bring occult books or other important items back to headquarters? No. Did you make any important contacts? No.
We met the abbot, and Salty's alive.
And Salty's alive.
Oh, Salty, yeah.
Yay.
I don't know how important he is.
Oh, Anna will punch Henrik.
We'll find. Oh no! I asked.
This is very important.
Yeah, I know he's important to you.
Was the mystery difficult and epic?
God, yes, I thought we were all going to die.
I think at least I was totally convinced one of us was going to get hit by the frost breath.
Yeah.
I have to say, you guys, there was a very, very real possibility of death, but you rolled well. Well, Anna rolled well.
Anna pushed things until she rolled well.
Yeah.
Fucking 5 successes.
So that you're saying this was an epic one.
I feel it was.
We totally thought we were gonna die, and it was a giant that killed a whole village. I'm gonna go tilt the needle towards epic on that.
Okay.
Tilt it.
Did you solve it? Yes. So that's 5 development points for the castle.
Oh. Oh, so what's the total castle? It was at 0 though, right?
Yeah, we're now at 5.
Yeah. So 5 development points that you can choose to spend for the next session. Nicely done. And XP. So, did you participate? Yes, you all did for a change. Did you confront any Vaesen? Yes, you did.
We did.
Did you identify a previously unknown Vaesen?
No, we knew it was a giant last time.
I didn't give you the XP last time, I don't think.
Okay.
So, you'll get the XP for this time. Were you affected by your dark secret? If any of you think you were affected by your dark secret, please message me and I shall confirm it tonight. Did you take risks to protect other people?
Yeah, the world. We fought a giant.
I'll give you that one. Have you learned anything?
We've learned about how giants die, that they can be killed like humans, and we learned that some frozen people come back to life. What about that kid that got buried?
And we learned a bit from the niece and about the Natrum.
Oh God, yeah, we need. Oh shit, it's been 6 days. Oh, awkward. I think he's now dead.
The kid that got buried.
Fuck.
What happened? What? Andrew.
Hmm?
Andrew answers.
Which kid?
The kid that washed up on the shores. There was, or
The
there was in
one
the
that was
boat.
the one that was found in the boat.
Oh, but he was like dead like 2 months though. I don't think he came back to life, did he?
Oh, Andrew.
He'd
We
been
didn't check.
autopsied.
So the autopsy killed him.
Oh yeah, you autopsied and killed that kid. Thanks. So Julian currently ruined one friendship and killed one
No, Julian
dead
hasn't.
swan.
Julian didn't do the
What
autopsy.
the hell am I being accused of? What do you mean?
What friendship did he ruin?
The body had
With
been
Ludwig
buried.
2 weeks ago, our last adventure, remember?
The body had
From
been
lying
buried
about
before
the
you
axe,
guys even arrived.
the
at
axe
the-
murderer thing.
Yeah.
That's devastating.
Oh dear. Poor boy.
Yeah.
So participation, confront Vaesen, unknown Vaesen. Took
We did learn
risks,
about the stone
learned
thing.
something. Did you develop something at headquarters? Yes, you
Nice.
did.
Oh.
Did you perform an extraordinary action?
Yes, we risked our fucking lives to fight a fucking
To
giant.
literally disintegrate a giant.
Yeah.
Try and tell me that's not epic. A frost giant,
Extraordinary action. 100%.
knowing that as soon as she realised we were there, she could have done her thing if we hadn't been timely enough. Don't give me that face.
You know what? For once, I will give that to you.
Good.
Yeah,
So
go
you
on then.
should.
So, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So, 8 XP for everybody,
Oh, that was a meaty
because
one.
obviously there's the annals as well. And if any of you think your dark secret was triggered, let me know, and you'll either get an extra one for that or not. So, congratulations, people.
That was 8, you said?
Yeah, maximum.
Ouch. All right.
So you'll all definitely be able to do some upgrading now. And I'm going to say goodbye at this point to those people that have joined us online. Thank you all very much for tuning in and watching us this evening. And
Thanks,
next
everybody.
week, I think we're going to be on a Wednesday, aren't we?
Yes, if that's good for others, that'd be
So
awesome.
Wednesday 16th? Wednesday 16th next, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't do Tuesday. I can do Monday or Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. So
Wednesday, doable for
won't be
me.
Friday next week, people. We shall see you on Wednesday. But obviously, if you're watching on YouTube or on Moonbeam, you can watch on the catch up afterwards if you miss it live. But thank you all very much for joining
And
us.
enjoy.